Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a wonderful Sunday here with us in Ages Past on the Hoda channel Twitch for us to do another D&D campaign on Father's Day, of course. So happy Father's Day to all the dads and daddies out there, and of course a happy special one to my dad who inspired me to do D&D since I was like 12 years old. So he is to blame when it comes to this current state of me, but I appreciate everything he's done for me and I love it all the same. But
I think there's other factors involved too.
But enough about me, though. Let's go ahead and talk about our players that we have for tonight. So, first, we have our lovely, wonderful Four Eyes with me.
Yeah? Four Eye Twins!
Yeah.
My name is Kayla, and I am playing Valindra. She is the half-tiefling, half-elf Pact of the Chain warlock, and she has a very cute little finnick fox that is basically the hero of the entire day every time. He's the greatest when he's not exploding. His name is Winnie.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I mean, does Winnie have that mentality where he thinks he's the leader? He's got like the whole...
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
But Valindra thinks he's pretty much the greatest. So, I mean, I think he's the hero.
I mean, no, absolutely.
I mean, he's clearly the big bad evil guy.
You kind of signed away your soul for Winnie, so Winnie's got to be really up there for the special, But
yeah, I know.
It's good. And next we have our very rugged, bearded man. Who do you play?
Hi, I was wondering who you're talking about. Hi, I'm Scott. I play Varka Stormcaller, the Dragonborn half-Goliath Forge Cleric.
Yeah, the hairiest of us all is playing the baldest of us all in the campaign. Mm-hmm. So it works. But of course, you have your strength and your brawn and... I mean, I want to say brains, but it's kind of maybe brains with a lowercase b, but it's still good.
It's still brains, regardless how you say it.
Yeah. And third on the lineup, of course, we have our lovely friend up here.
I'm Cody. I play Rook, the half-tiefling, half-king Q inquisitive rogue.
Yep, and you are just a little demon bird with 4 eyes and big horns, right? That's how every crow should be.
I honestly think that life could be improved in every way, shape, or form if the crows had horns and 4 eyes.
I mean, that you get to producing, get more offspring, get more baby rooks all over the place.
Before that sentence continues.
Last but not least, we have our other player, most recently joined.
Hey everyone, my name is Connor. I'm going to be playing Smoky Cloud, the half-tabaxi, half-fire ganassi abjuration wizard.
Arr.
True that.
Wizard!
Yes, a wizard. But of course, you are now the brains of the group now, with the intellect being higher, of course. So, Varkesh, that's your competition right there. I mean, you can try to...
The wizard!
You could try to beat him in the game of wits. I mean, it's possible. You never know.
I'm wise, but I'm not overly smart.
Right. That wisdom and intellect debate.
You just gotta pick the right challenge. Like right now would be a great time to have a contest of who can cast a spell they mean to cast the most.
I think I would win.
There are some things that have happened to the party, which we will get onto in the recap, but before we do, just a reminder for everyone, we operate on every Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we have another one that is also on Tuesdays. Again, same time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and anytime you spend with us, you accumulate Hoda points and loyalty points. These can be spent on the Tuesday game to help boost or hinder the players in their attempt to defeat the DM in the Horsemen of the Apocalypse campaign. But enough of the Tuesday one. Let's focus in on the Sunday one. I think a little bit more fun now, because we are diving deep into a very dangerous situation. But before we recap about your entering the lair, we'll talk about how you journeyed down the river, making your way towards the city of Woodhall, battling dooms, creatures, and some difficulty with gathering wood. You are able to make your way down the river, up the river once more to the new frontier settlement. Woodhall being a very interesting location that seems to be bordering right next to a very malicious and nefarious looking woods. You have learned a little bit from the townsfolk about some of the troubles that have gone on through the town over the years, Varkesh being familiar with them as he had visited this town before, a while ago, helping them arm themselves and defend themselves against the vile and evil forces that like to dwell in the forest. Now, as you went and arrived at the town, you found that there was a certain ailment or some kind of condition that had been afflicting a few of the townsfolk. Some of them seeming to just be a little bit more ill than others, some seeming to be a bit more stir-crazied or a little queer in nature. You followed a lead into one home that had lost the first of the victims to this peculiar plague, a small little girl who had died and left Isabel. And Isabel, sadly, was found in her home, hung from the stairs, seeming to not want to live on after the loss of her daughter. You were able to use the skills of your undying warlock to inquire what had happened and where perhaps this force was coming from. You were able to determine that something within the woods might be the cause, as you uncovered what appeared to be a small wicker-like doll hidden inside the little doll that the girl had carried, Mrs. Hops. Inspecting it and analyzing it, you were able to determine that it is almost like a focus, a little conduit that allows the magic that seems to have enchanted it radiate from it, away from the focus of it being somewhere deep in the woods. Conferring with each other, you were able to narrow down that perhaps the location of this particular entity might be in the location where it had been marked on the map from your previous invasion of the bases that seemed to have been set up by Varkesh's father. Now, as you went to the woods, you found a few interesting things. A ring of toadstools, a little fairy circle, which you found had to have healing properties when consumed. Not as much as a potion, but still enough to kind of give a little boost when needed. But you also eventually found, deeper into the woods, a very strange array of hanging totems and fetishes that seemed to be clinging to branches strung up by string, rope, and wire. Eventually, to the heart of this weird webbing, you found a tree, and in the tree you found a slight break inside, leading down into a dark stairwell. Before there you came into what appeared to be a chamber made of hard rock and dirt, strung up with, again, more of these odd totems, dream catchers, fetishes, and hanging sculptures. That as you entered, you felt that your presence became noticed, and as the charms became awakened, you felt an eerie presence penetrate your body and mind. 3 of our party members became afflicted with some form of curse, a weird twisting of their body and their minds. Rook becoming rather obese in size and slowing down from what he had once been. Valindra, taking a once beautiful form of a female, now has turned into a rather dumpy, not so lovely looking male with a bit of a balding hair, very similar to Danny DeVito. And of course our fluffy and cute Tabaxi Ganassi now suddenly resembles more of a slobbery, slightly doofy golden retriever in nature and appearance. Luckily, though, your Dragonborn Goliath has kept safe and is still secured as gas inside the water skin. But as you had become afflicted by these curses, you suddenly saw weird, terrible fingers and arms protruding from the dirt on the sides, coming out and grasping around before darting away and coming towards the party with their horrible haversack faces made with these weird dark marks and these terrible straw and bone-like protrusions. And as we started off, I want you all to please roll initiative as we begin with combat.
Welcome to the game. Prepared to die.
Alright.
See,
So I
roll 20 likes Danny DeVito any better than it likes.
have, my token has no vision. I just have a black map.
Oh, right. Now let me give you the vision so that you can actually see. All right. Character represents... Where are you? There you are. All Alright, and then... Okay. Can you see?
I found a way to cheat around it, but natural 1, awesome. I can see where I am, but yeah, I can't see, no.
Okay, so you still can't see? Can you drag your token onto the... Oh, can you move your token?
I'm moving my token.
So you're good?
Floating in the abyss.
I just can't see. I see a blue outline of my token in black.
Interesting. Okay. Let me go ahead and double check real quick. You should have... Oh, there we go. How about now? There we go. Okay, so good. We've now settled so our wizard can actually see a very important thing. As you now see these constructs appear from the wall, moving about in these weird, broken, jittery, puppet-like motions as they make their way towards the party members. Now they will go ahead and make their initiative, and we shall see how lucky they get.
I'm still in the flask, so I have
Not for
no
long.
fucking clue about what's going on.
Alright, so we have a Ooh, that's a nice roll for them.
Oh, right. Well, fuck them.
Alright, so we'll add them in. 19. Okay, so...
Beware the wicker man.
that, let's go ahead and get this
Stay off the
going
board.
on.
Something fucked up going on there.
Okay, so at the start of the round, you see them coming out, but Rook, you're just quick enough to try and maybe do something before they reach the party. What do you want to do?
I'd like to go ahead and try to use my insightful fighting on this center top scarecrow real quick.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and pop that down. 24.
Oh, I'm pretty darn sure you're going to be able to see past him. He's not that charismatic, but let's see. Oh, well, I mean, he rolled really well, but no, still, you can see that it's a very loosely stitched piece of what looks to be a construct. It's not very sturdy. You could probably hack it away real quick.
He's got no guts.
He's scared of the crow.
Natural enemy.
Oh, yes, the crow and the scarecrow. I always forgot, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take aim with my hand crossbow and fire the bolt that has the bag tied to Varkesh. Varkesh, now! And fire.
I can't do anything.
Oh, well.
I probably missed horribly, but...
yes, that just sadly just misses. So instead, the crossbow bolt goes right by and hits into the dirt on the side of the scarecrow's head as the water skin just kind of dangles there right next to it.
And so the Varkesh cask has been delivered, and I am going to take about 5 feet of movement to place myself right here and then turn.
Okay, alright. At the start of their turn, they don't really seem to care about this water skin, and they just start to move their way towards your members. Each of them just seeming to, like, twist and turn their heads in very creepy motions, and you begin to see this kind of darkness emanating around them, and there's this unnatural horror that seems to bleed off of them. You all begin to feel this chill run down your spine. Each one of you, I need you to please make a wisdom saving throw.
18.
All right.
Wait, do I need to? I'm
no, you are kind of blinded at the moment.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, Smokey, you're good.
I punched the table.
Blender got a 16.
Am I good?
Yes, 16. You are fine. So, the first 3 that come at you, each of you are able to avoid this kind of eerie presence as they make their way in this kind of broken motion, snapping, and these little twig snaps just go right towards you, and they just kind of rake across with these splintered-like claws. Each one wanting to get a hold of either of you. Rook and Valindra. Let's go with Valindra first. So, Valindra, first strike, as it makes it, it just swings at you with a 22. Wow, I'm rolling really good.
Well, does it hit?
That hits? Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course it hits. It's a 22.
Well, I just wanted to make sure, you know.
I don't know. Alright, so that's 7 damage to you as the first one breaks across your body and you feel it kind of push in and then leave out, ripping some of your clothing and scattering a few of the chain. And well, the chain actually just stays to you because it's still adamantine. So you have that immunity to crits. Good thing. Very good thing. as the second slam attack goes towards you at 19.
Damn it, that's my AC.
Alright, so it does an additional 7 bludgeoning damage to you as you just get this claw digging into your flesh. Rook, another one comes at you as it tries to grab onto you and kind of try to do this weird little digging in, puncturing like needles into your flesh. So
Not a fan of that.
it makes it with a first attack. We roll a... Come on, roll 20. You love me when I click it. 16.
This is my AC because
All right,
of
the second one
armor.
rolls.
Oh!
But the first one hits, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage. By the way, is this your adjusted AC?
This is my adjusted AC. That's
All
why
right.
it hit.
All right, yes, yeah, because sadly, with a -1 dex, it does tick away from some of the armor for a rogue. But
Here,
only
we'll go
8.
ahead and uncanny dots.
All right, so you half it to 4 instead, as you're able to kind of move a little bit and twist so that it just rakes by instead of going fully inside your body. The other one going towards the golden retriever now looking wizard. This one also raking its nails inside you. Let's see what we get for its first attack. 8. And then the second one, it's going to go with a natural 20.
Wow.
The one person just have adamantine.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So, with that, you take 9 bludgeoning damage as the other one goes right into your chest, and you feel it just kind of separate the skin and go, oh, that's right, you're going to use your shield ward. So, instead, as it tries to go in, it just hits what appears to be this kind of illusory smoke, as the vapor just protects you and makes the creature unable to get any purchase, and it does nothing. Lucky abjuration wizard! Alright, now, the other two continue to move, each one unique and different in appearance. None of the two scarecrows are alike, and the horror and visage from this one also begins to crack and move towards each of you. One towards Valindra and one towards Rook. I need both of you to please make another wisdom saving throw.
Party. Alrighty. Not so good this time.
Okay, alright.
Come on, Danny DeVito.
All right, Valindra, you are fine. You're able to
Bring
endure
the key this way.
You're able to endure this visage of terror in front of you. Rook, however, when you see it, now actually the scarecrow really does bring its name true and begins to frighten you specifically. You are now petrified with fear. Until the start of this scarecrow's turn, you are paralyzed. And as such, it now makes its attacks with advantage on you. So, first attack, 17.
That's huge.
Second
That'll hit.
attack, 18.
18. That'll
As
hit too.
it digs its claws inside of you, you take 4, 8, a total of 12 bludgeoning damage. As it punctures inside your now larger form, this kind of fatty flesh is now being pushed in with these terrible splintered claws. Valindra, the last one, making its attacks just flat against you. 10, I'm pretty sure misses, and a 22.
22 hits.
All right.
Those should have been critical hits, just so you know, because I'm paralyzed, not stunned.
That's true.
Oh, are they critical hits? Oh, okay.
Paralyzed or stunned?
Yeah, I can't remember if they were
Paralyzed or-
critical hits.
Paralyzed melee equals auto
Crit.
crits.
All right. So we'll double that. That's 24 damage to you.
Party hardy, boys.
And Valindra, you take an additional 7 on top of that. So, after the scarecrows come in, assailing the party members, each one taking a different amount of damage and becoming frightened by their presence alone, Valindra, it is your turn. Not petrified with fear like Rook, what do you want to do?
Cry. Jesus. Alright, well, okay. Okay.
Love this plan.
Okay. This was a horrible idea. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Hex on that guy.
All right, Hex on the top one. That sounds good.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna Toll the Dead.
Okay.
I know he hasn't. Wait, has one of them been hit?
No.
No. Damn it. Never mind. I will Toll the Dead
All
on
right,
the
who
one
are
I
you
hit.
tolling? You tolling the Hexy?
Yeah, I'm tolling the Hex boy.
All right, he makes a Connor wisdom save.
It's a Constitution.
All right, with that Constitution saving throw of a 10, he fails.
And he just takes the 2d8 because he hasn't been hit yet.
All
But
right.
he
with-
does take an additional
Okay, great.
Hex damage.
Yeah.
which is 1d6, so
total.
5.
Very nice. You send out this sonic clang that just goes right towards the creature, and you see that as it does, some of the strings just ding, ding, pop off, and some of the bits that seem to form it just begin to fly apart. It looks weakened. It doesn't look like it's got much left to stand on.
And then that's it. That's my action, my bonus action.
All right, and not moving. We have Varkesh. You are currently stuck inside the flask. Sadly, I believe Rook has to take you out of it.
Me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Smokey. I think.
I have to drop concentration.
Yeah.
Can Varkesh hold his action? Because Rook said now, so he knows we're in combat.
I believe for the concentration, you can drop it at any time, right?
I mean, I would, if you would let me, I would, when we start getting attacked, I probably will drop my concentration just because of my current mental state anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so yeah, I believe you can drop it at any time, so you drop it.
I can. It's a free action.
There you go, yeah, so just...
Yeah.
Varkesh, at this time, you burst out of the water skin, sending out the pieces of it just apart as you become this large blue presence. Nothing's around you, but you look around and you can see all these constructs crawling and swiping and trying to get at your party members. Rook, petrified. What do you want to do?
What the shit is going... Fire! And instantaneously, I'm going to engulf the entire area in a wall of flame.
Okay, so do you want to just do it, like, right behind all the scarecrows?
I'm literally trapping everyone into a wall of flame, just like, boom, locking them off.
All right, okay, so just boom, walking off everything. You go ahead and you begin to weave this wall of fire that goes across. Go ahead and roll the damage for me.
At level 4, I believe this is. There we go.
Okay, 26 damage, nice. And they make a dex save, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They're susceptible to fire, I think.
They do, but however, they get advantage on their saving throw.
Good.
Oh, yes. So, here we go. First at the top, what do we get? Natural 20. All right, so that one does succeed. Second one. Come on, roll 20. I touched you. Touched you twice.
What?
All right, so a 10 fails. Natural 20 on the third one. All right, the fourth one. 12 fails. Next one. 20 succeeds. Last one. Natural 20. Whoa, I am really rolling a lot of greens. Okay.
Hell.
Stop it!
So, okay, now, they technically would take half on the success, but you do notice that as you throw this wall of fire, suddenly they seem to catch like kindling, many of them just becoming big bonfires, just burning up and becoming just nothing more than ash and this weird ember that just dissipates away. So you notice that, doing that, 3 of, let's see, that's what's 1, 2, just 2 of them, right? No, yep, 2 of them.
Failed.
2.
Oh no, 2 failed, you're right.
Just 2. So the first one and the, no, sorry, the first one, the second one and the third one, fourth one. Second and fourth, you just see immediately, they just disintegrate to ash. They are no more.
Hey! I killed 2 of them. Fantastic.
So they are out for the count. The other 2, you do see though, the other 4, sorry. They only take half damage, but it's still susceptible, so they take 26 in total. The first one that was completely assaulted by Valindra's deafening sound also disintegrates into ash.
Yeah.
The other one only taking the 26, still standing, but also very weakened as a majority of the strings and wiring keeping it together start to pop off, and a lot of it just seems to crumble, and you see more of like a skeletal frame keeping itself up rather than a massive stuffing of straw and cloth. So, Varkesh, would you like to move bonus action?
Get stuffed. That's what I say to them as I move out the way. Valindra, Rook, and Smokey would have to make that save as well.
Well, unless you
failed dex
choose,
saves.
unless you choose to have it not radiate towards them, but you're doing the radiation that way. All right, it's a 10 foot from the wall.
It's basically going out as a semicircle. It's to entrap them into a half circle.
Right. So it's yeah, I can't remember if it was from the actual wall, if it was 10 feet or 5 feet from the flames.
Can't remember off the top of my head.
All right, I'm just going to do a quick little search here to see what we can see.
See what we can see.
I'm sure it's 5 foot. Let's find out.
I thought it was 5 foot.
If it's 5 foot, then you guys are safe.
Nice!
But if it is not... Alright, so let's see. The rules tell
Nope,
me...
10 feet of that side or the side of the wall. 10 foot.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So, sad to say, you are within the range. I need all three of you to please make a dex save.
I auto-fail because I'm paralyzed.
Sadly so, but you are resistant naturally, so you only take 13.
Isn't it quartered, though, because he also has evasion?
No, because evasion, well...
I don't
know. I mean, if you're...
work while paralyzed, but it doesn't actually say that it doesn't work while paralyzed.
I think I would go with the common logic in a sense. It's that evasion requires one to be mobile, and petrified means you ain't. So I'm gonna say, sadly, no.
Dang.
Okay.
I'm proud of it.
All right. Every single one of you takes the full effect, but you reduce it to half for Valindra and Rook because you have the hellish resistance. So 13, and 26 for Smokey.
Yep.
All right. Varkesh, do you wish to move anywhere? Bonus action? You good?
I'm good. I'm going to take stock of the situation because I came out the flask and all of a sudden there's creepy things clattering over there. So I just went, nope, fire, purges all.
Okay.
Good answer most cases.
All right. So, Smokey, it's your turn.
I assume the map goes further off than, like, I can get 10 feet away from the firewall, right?
If you needed to, yes.
Yeah, Smokey is going to, being effectively caught on fire, going to disengage, and he's going to back away as far as he can. The map doesn't let me, but he gets away from the firewall and the evil baddies.
Okay. And that's it? No bonus action?
I'm a wizard, man.
All right. Okay. Hey, I know wizards, and there are bonus actions out there. You can do them, but
Not
it's okay.
with my spell list.
No, I was referring to other things, but that's okay. All right. Rook, at the top of the round, you are petrified. You are just standing there, shaking. The core of your very being is just completely just still. You can't move a muscle. You're just staring at the eyes of this horrible-looking scarecrow that just seems to be wailing on you. So they go...
And I need Varkesh to roll his damage, too.
Did it start
For wall of fire.
Oh, when you end your turn there?
Either way, my turn's there.
Oh, dear. All right,
I'm so
Varkesh.
sorry.
Go ahead and roll it again, Varkesh. Let's see if you roll tiny, tiny weak numbers.
Hey.
So you half that to 7 fire damage.
Alrighty, party boys.
You're hanging in there. That's fine. You're good.
For now, yep.
So at the top of the round, the scarecrows go. Now, as the scarecrow looks towards you, Valindra, it seems to kind of twist and turn. Its whole body was focused on Rook, but then it looks and its head goes completely 360 and stares at you, and you can see the face just smiling with this black, inky kind of jack-o'-lantern look, and it twists its head and tries to smile as an infernal essence bleeds out of it. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw for me. All right, you're fine.
All right, Danny.
You are fine. You do not feel fear at this time. It is not creeping you out enough to petrify you. However, Rook, another one comes up from behind, and you see it going in and looking at you, and your eyes just immediately lock in as it also begins to crawl and twist and turn its head and cock it to the side. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw. You are
14.
fine. Not feeling fear. You're kind of slowly centering yourself, getting yourself ready to not feel that terror as the other one... It'll go around you to try and avoid. Same with the other one. It'll go around Valindra to be on the other side of her to avoid the firewall. So imagine him on the other end. As the other one continues to pursue Smokey, running in a very odd, broken motion as it's twisting and snapping form, makes its way to you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Come on.
All right. And as it gets closer, you just kind of immediately just freeze into place as it just goes and jumps on you and once more brings you into a kind of death grip hug as it makes its attacks with advantage. So, for Valindra first, normal attacks, we roll a 17. Does that hit?
Ha! No.
Alright, so the second attack goes at you with a 9, misses completely. Rook, the other one coming from behind, tries to dig into you with a 13.
Misses.
Alright, unable to get purchase on the large Kenku with the first strike, 23. I believe that
That'll
one
hit.
hits. Alright, so you take another 8 bludgeoning. Would you like to reduce it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you take only
Uncanny
4.
dodge that one.
Okay, good job with your uncanny dodge. Though you are feeling a bit lard and large, you're able to still move yourself away to not take the full brunt of it. as the last one
I am
goes
skinny at
towards
heart.
our lovely little wizard.
Shame the bird.
Alright, wizard, with the advantage attack, we roll a 19 and a... What do we get? Tell me, roll 20. 23. Alright, these are all crits. Alright,
Yeah.
so you take 12 plus 18. 30
you don't
damage.
double the modifiers, sir.
Oh, good point. We don't want to double the modifier. That'd be so bad. Alright, so the first one is 4 doubled to 8 plus 2 is 10. The second one, we go ahead for 7. 14 plus 2 is 16. 26 instead of 30. So 4 less, which is good.
Yep. So I'm bloody.
Alright. And at that, we go to Valindra. What do you wish to do?
Okay, which of these bastards is the one that's like wailing on Smokey?
Oh, the one at the bottom. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move Hex to him,
Alright.
and then I will toll the dead.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save, not a con save. I
Oh,
looked it up.
Alright, I thought
so
so.
wisdom. I don't know why it
That's
says
okay. Its
con
modifiers are the exact same, so thankfully it didn't really make too much of a difference. Say, oh no, that thing fails. And it takes 12 damage.
Scarecrow. The
With-
scarecrow next to Valindra, and the very, very bottom one would also take fire damage.
Because the map is a little cramped, as I said before, they maneuver away from the fire. They don't like the fire, so they kind of maneuver away to the other side. Yeah, sorry. So they're all around, and that's why Smokey is technically off and with the other one. But it fails and takes 16 damage from you. That is enough that as it just suddenly goes on Smokey, you just ring this out, and it just blows up into splinters. No more. Smokey is
Sweet.
now safe from its assault.
And then
Pepper.
I'm
Uh-huh.
going to. Okay, so this one is actually like behind me.
Yes, on
like
the other
this
side of
direction.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Can I move over here to give Rook flanking?
Oh no, it's not there. You would move down one basically.
I would move down one.
Yeah, so like imagine where you are right now. The current one that you see here that's in front of you is actually just on the opposite side of you. And the one where Rook is where Rook is standing right now. It's right there next to you. So if you wanted to give Rook advantage on the one that's actually attacking him, you would diagonally move down.
Okay.
So like let me just do this
that.
quick thing here. We'll just move everyone over one. So this one is
There
over
we go.
here like that.
Okay.
And these two are over here as such.
Well then, yeah, hell yeah, definitely moving
All right.
down back one.
So yeah, helping to give the flank advantage for the rogue. Bonus action, anything? Oh no, you moved your hex. That's right.
Yeah, I moved Hex.
All right, Varkesh, you just see your wall of fire incinerating the room in front of you, just completely blocking off anyone from getting to you.
Okay, I'm going to drop my wall of flame.
Okay.
The battlefield. Notice that it's done quite a good job, and then I'm going to look at the nearest horrible Skeletor like motherfucker, and I'm going to go Sacred Flame right in the face.
All right. Okay. It makes a dex save against your spell. 19. So it does succeed, sadly. As you try to do that, you just see it snap completely in half as like the bit of nail that's keeping its spine erect just makes it just hit nothing as it rights itself back up.
It limboed itself out the way.
It did.
Motherfucker. Son of a bitch.
Would you like to bonus action anything?
No. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, Smokey, you are currently paralyzed.
Am I? It's dead.
It is dead. Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Sadly, it is still slightly terrifying, and you're just kind of just getting over that sensation of horror. You're just kind of letting that effect wash through you and let it take its course before it can fully get itself away. It's just, you're still just slightly petrified.
Okay.
All right, Rook.
All right. Since Villager has so kindly given me advantage on this hit, I'm going to try to drive my
Born to hand jive? Go right ahead.
Yep.
All right.
25 to hit.
Oh, that absolutely hits as you go ahead and make 26 damage.
26.
You just shove your rapier in and then draw it out, and as you do, you just see it just scatter to pieces. It is no more.
Alright. And then with my 15 feet of movement, I will move myself right here.
Okay.
And take a shot at this fellow with my hand crossbow.
Alright, with your bonus action, you shoot.
22 to hit.
Oh, yes, you betcha.
For 6 damage.
Nice. You embed a crossbow bolt straight inside, and as you do, you just see it kind of continue through, and it just snaps most of it apart. It just seems to barely be able to stand. Its head toppled off, and it's mostly just a shoulder and its pelvis. One arm just still going about. It's standing, but it's barely going at it. I'd say at this point it's so weakened you wouldn't really feel any fear at this point, since most of it's completely eradicated, but it's going to take its last death attack towards Valinda, trying to scrape at her with its one good arm. 19.
That's my AC.
And then the second attack is going to be a 16, so only the first one hits, and you take a total of 10 bludgeoning damage as it just digs in and then sinks a little bit under you, trying to keep its fingers wedged in there before it completely becomes inanimate. And it's your turn.
My turn?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Bonus action Hex. And the bells are ringing, boys.
All right, as you once more press the sound wave towards it as it ding, radiates.
And I am giving him, what is it? I can...
Disadvantage to strength saves?
Yeah.
Okay, strength checks.
Well, no, disadvantage to wisdom, because...
Sadly, it is a saving throw,
That's a
not
check,
a
not a
wisdom
save.
check.
Ah,
So
damn it!
It's all right. I mean, it still rolled a 12. I think that fails.
Yeah, for sure.
So you do a total of 12 as opposed to the 4, and that is enough. And as you just once more send these sound waves towards it, you see it just kind of shake and vibrate, and then once more burst into splinters as the entire array of these scarecrows has become nothing more than broken wood and flying bits of string. You are all safe from the terrors of the first room of the lair.
Is everyone okay? I saw horrible, creepy, clackety-clack things. I used fire.
On us.
I am well aware of the fire, Barkesh. That hurt a lot.
Oh, so you were involved in that melee. I see.
Guys, I think we should leave and regroup.
I agree. Oh my
You want me to go outside like this?
I don't... What? Is this my voice now?
Is this my voice?
Varkesh, can you get rid of this?
Just fuck it. Just like, wow.
Don't you dare fucking laugh.
What?
Can you get rid of this? I don't want to be a man anymore. It sucks.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
Oh my god, Varkesh, no, this is not the time for clever comments and witty jokes.
Rook is slowly tottering his way over to this corner and just staring at it and sitting down and cradling his head in his hands.
Alright.
I mean, you're a man now. I mean, I'm not judging. That's an entirely up to you life choice.
But I didn't choose this.
No, you want it's you want.
No, oh my god, Varkesh!
I don't know what to do. I don't want to make a judgment call, otherwise I might get scrutinized online. I don't want to do anything like this. We have a dog now. That's kind of cool.
Can we leave?
Is
Rook's
Rook okay?
I think Rook's rather. Oh my god, he's pudgy.
He's a budgie.
Don't look at me.
I can't. There's just so much of you. Peripherals. It's sorry. Wait, why am I apologizing? What happened?
I heard a bunch of voices.
I feel like we're slightly beginning to embody a yuck going on with there.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Barkesh, we've been, I don't know, like cursed or something. Can you do anything about this? My God, you're so useless right now.
Does anyone actually want to continue further? I think we should really leave and regroup.
I mean...
Already established, I am not going outside like this. I refuse. I will not be seen.
I mean, if Varkesh is not going to heal us, like, fix us...
I don't know what's going on.
No, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. Just...
It's just the testosterone speaking. This will level out over time. I guarantee it. But I don't know what's caused this. I don't really think I can risk wasting any power to make the attempt. Maybe we should push on and see if we can find a cure within. Huh?
Well, I mean, Rook kind of smells like a roast chicken right now. I don't think he's really in fighting.
Rook just starts crying. He just moves back and pulls out his bottle of ridiculously overpriced fine wine and just takes a fucking plug off of it just directly.
As Smokey says that, he's actively drooling.
Hey, maybe like getting drunk is not going to help the situation. I do think we should. I mean, if Varkesh isn't going to help, maybe we can kill whatever did this to us, and maybe the effects will fade.
Smokey called me a roast chicken.
Oh my God, you're not a roast chicken. You're a very beautiful bird. Can we please get rid of this?
I gently pat his shoulder and scratch under one of his chins and go, there.
Oh, you bastard.
Varkesh, stop it. You're not being helpful right now.
I'm trying to comfort the...
You are being the opposite of helpful and comforting.
I don't know what to do. This is all so sudden. I mean, he's turned into a fucking Oompa Loompa with feathers.
Oh my God, you're making it worse.
Alright, Smokey's drinking a drink of potion he has.
Okay. So
Lindra's gonna go drink some of the wine that Rook has.
I mean,
willingly pass it over.
that is a max healing potion.
Something good.
fat birds. Lots of people love fat birds.
Look, this is just a temporary thing, Rook. We can fix it and you'll be back to your beautiful toned self soon.
Smokey's gonna come up to Rook and he's gonna try and cast a spell magic on it.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 1d20.
This is a con save, right?
This is a dispel. He's trying to dispel magic, so 3 plus your intellect modifier, which I'm pretty sure doesn't make a difference.
7.
Yeah. So you focus a dispel magic, trying to nullify any effect that's on Rook, and you kind of just begin to focus, and you're just like, oh, he smells so good. Oh, and it just seems to fizzle out a little bit. A bit of the doofiness came in and just broke the power and concentration.
Yep.
Oh God, we're the best.
I really think we should go.
No, you're right. We need to get up. We need to go further in, find the source, and fucking annihilate it.
There we go.
I take one of my measure. I take out the measuring stick and I measure the width of the door frame, and then I measure the width.
I take my dagger and cut it. I cut it as you hold it up to me. It's gone. No more.
I mean, you'll still fit. I mean, you may.
I'm just leaving now. And as I'm walking, I will drink my 1 health potion as well.
All right.
I can make Valindra a razor now. This is amazing. I can now buy her man gifts instead of having no idea about girly gifts. This is great.
Buy me a
And
man
I've
gift.
always wanted a dog. But
Buy me a man gift. See how that goes for you.
I will do so. Because he's oblivious to you threatening him.
All right. Yeah, Smokey will rush on after Rook, who is going deeper into the lair.
Yes.
Yeah, I will follow. Does Winnie have effect if I drink health potions?
Winnie will make it
Yeah,
max.
should be max.
It's all healing. Yeah. But Rook, can't you at least like heal? Rook is real hurt, and so am I. Can you like heal us?
I mean, I don't know what's going on. Can I maybe interpret or try and use my magical
No, I mean like
trying to determine what's going on?
apart from our conditions, we're bleeding, Barkesh.
There are puncture wounds all over our bodies.
I mean,
if you wait,
you can make a general intelligence check with advantage.
Okay, I will give it a shot, and then I will start administering healing. Good lord. It's okay, guys. It's okay. 18.
All right. No, you're able to determine, I mean, they still look like your allies for the most part. You can tell that Valindra still has the same outfit and attire on. Is the face and the body is just manly. Rook looks like Rook, just fatter. And Smokey obviously still has a bit of some of that sizzling sensation, that bit of wispy smoke that comes off him just from his natural spell-casting ability. But you can determine...
Is he a hot dog?
Well, I mean, he's warm at the moment, but I'm sure you could heat him up if you needed to.
He's already pretty charred from your last spell.
That is true. Yes, so he is kind of still hot. But yes, they are also wounded and hurt.
All right, and I'm going to open my bag of holding, and I'm going to take out the 4 health potions. I'll take out the 4 health potions, and I will dish them out evenly to everyone else. Well, actually, I'll give my one to whoever really needs it.
I think that's
Rook.
I'm literally at 1/3 max HP, so yes. That was after my healing.
I'll give 2, and I'll give 1 to Valindra, and I'll give 1 to...
And I'm drinking both of them immediately.
I'm drinking mine too.
Okay.
Not bad.
Question.
Yes.
So, Hex lasts for 8 hours.
A concentration-based spell, yes.
Yes, it lasts for 8 hours. Is there a limit to the distance Hex can be moved? Because right now it's still on the body that's unconscious. So, like, if I maintain concentration on Hex, and I'm assuming we're going to fight something big and bad in here at some point. Whenever we do a battle later, can I bonus action move Hex instead of casting Hex again?
Yes.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, as long as your new target is within 90 feet of you, and the previous target is dead, then you're fine.
That's
Okay.
all it is, yeah.
I'm good. All right.
It's just, but it is a concentration, so anytime you might swap out concentrations, or if you take damage... You did take damage, while...
Took a lot of damage.
Yeah, so let's just make up a few Constitution saving throws for me. Alright, that's a charisma.
They're all at advantage.
Well, that's
Those are charisma saves.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to play D&D, guys.
Okay, 7.
By the way,
Yeah,
those
that's
roll
fine.
10
That's
plus.
fine. Okay.
I've got
That's
Mandarin.
All right, you would pass all the damage. Yes, no problem. So you are a warcaster then.
Yes.
All
I
right.
do have a
Okay, that advantage sure will help. But yes, you seem to be maintaining the hex.
Sweet. Okay. Let's go fuck shit up.
So.
That took me off guard.
All right. So, as you progress deeper into
How
this...
much do you lift, brah? I don't know.
As you progress deeper into this layer, you can see what appears before you, a very...
Can't do this today.
almost disturbing altar. You can see what appears to be a slight... almost kind of what you would see as a reverence towards some kind of totem, a creation of sorts. You can see that it's a skull. It looks to be more of an animal skull, maybe an elk or a deer or something of the like that's long and large. But you can see that there is a piece of bone that's been cut and made into like a jagged shape. It's jammed into the front of it. You can see that it has horns that have been jammed into the side of it. You can see markings like red lines drawn across it, and this weird kind of trail of what appears to be like string going out from it, across onto the walls, up into the ceilings, and spreading out. It almost looks to be like the heart of the network of this kind of weird, almost kind of like a protection web across the layer.
Like a petulant child, Rook walks up and cuts every single string.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, it doesn't take...
I want to Eldritch Blast this skull.
Alright, fine. With a bit of fury and anger, you just... and then slice and cut them. You were able to cut the strings, they just fall away. They still hang into the roots, so it's kind of like almost like a climber's kind of kit, so each one is kind of dangling in parts. So every time you cut one, it just like drapes and dangles to the next hook attachment. You can do the same, then you have like two pieces dangling.
This is somehow more infuriating.
I'm going to go up to Rook and I'm going to act really apologetic, because he is, and you'll be like, Rook, I'm really, really sorry if I've hurt your feelings. I really do speak without thinking sometimes, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
But you do...
Marrakesh, I want to be touched right now, but I'm still fat. This is still a horrible day. Thank you, but we need to fix this.
I just have one request, and I will do everything in my power to help you. I have always wanted a friend that was capable of doing the truffle shuffle.
Yes! I got it!
What the actual fuck is a truffle shuffle?
I mean, it's where you lift your shirt and you jiggle yourself around rather humorously. Do it. Do it.
For a moment there, you don't know if he's going to stab you or comply. But he eventually lifts up his leather armor and carefully tries.
Yay!
Fucks it up terribly. Looks pissed the whole time, but he gave it his all.
Excellent. Truffle shuffle.
Remember when this lair was scary?
Drop it.
I give him the biggest bro hug a bro can give a chubby bro. Just go, you are the best friend a dragon could ever have. I'm going to help you burn those calories.
It's just watching this.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're each to their own to find a way to overcome the situation. I mean, some whistle a happy tune, others make jokes, but you try to make the situation as lighthearted as you can. But you do see that as you look at the altar in front of you, there are two passageways, left and right, that you can go. The left, you can see, has a bit more of that stringing kind of across the hallway. As you can see, once more, totems and fetishes hanging across this thick rope and wire and twine. To the right, there doesn't seem to be anything that you can see right now. It just seems a little clear.
You should go right first.
No, we should go left.
Are there any rocks on the floor?
Well, there's a bunch of dirt clods, rocks, and pebbles, a multitude. I mean, anything you could find underground. There's also
any,
clay jars.
Sticks and twigs?
Oh, yes. If you look behind you and to the right, you see roots from the trees penetrating out and down. Even some of the sticks and twigs from the scarecrows that you destroyed, they still scatter around the room behind you.
I'm going to go to one of the scarecrows, pick up a decent-sized stick, walk back, go into just the very beginning of the corridor, and go, "Here, Smokey! Fetch!" And just throw it up north.
Okay.
Just, throw it as far as I can. See if the dog will run after it.
I mean...
I'm going to roll a wisdom save for myself.
Okay.
Gonna make it disadvantage. And that's a 7. Off he goes.
All right. Okay.
Oh, no.
So Smokey immediately bounding off to try and grab this very intriguing piece of wood. You arrive in what appears to be another chamber. It's strewn across with very similar lines of this weird kind of, string web of totems and fetishes. You can see to the right of you a door. The door looks to be sealed, and you can tell that it is largely made of what looks to be like a reinforced section of wood and iron, just kind of clung around this kind of almost caged door frame. you can see that there is what appears to be in the center one tiny little hole that looks to be something a key could fit into. But make a perception check for me while you're there as well.
Sure. Perception.
Okay,
13.
that's fine. It looks like a big, nasty, large locked door.
Okay. Smokey's going to take a look at that and then come over to sniff at some of these pots.
Okay. They're filled with what appears to be a rancid smell. Some of it is dung. Some of it seems to be blood, entrails, ichor. There seems to be a multitude of organic materials that have been either left to fester or perhaps ferment in these containers.
Thank you, playground for a dog.
Can I do what are the fun things prestidigitation can do to make this somewhat better? I can make it hotter. I can make it.
You can make
There's
it
too much. Yeah, there's too much stuff though. I'll just leave it alone and walk away.
Okay.
And I'd like to check that door for any traps.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Illuminate.
All right.
28.
There doesn't seem to be any trap associated with it. You can tell that there is a very large, almost very massive in size for its general shape and the door. The lock is also a very large keyhole. Probably, you'd imagine more suitable for a giant than it would be for a normal person. So the key must be like the size of a shoe, almost a massive thing.
What about lockpicks? These tools be of any use with this?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
All right, go ahead and do a lock-picking check with disadvantage.
Valindra, how
16.
do you feel?
You spend a lot of time. You're not really getting anywhere with it. Trying to get the right hole and twist, it's a little hard.
I'm gonna improvise. Well, it's not really any good with that. I'll go at it again, but this time I'll try using my rapier in place of the tools, along with a dagger. Right, it kind of
Okay,
improvise.
trying to large it up a bit. All right.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and make it flat.
Okay. Just an 18, so not
Alright.
much better.
You get better. You get closer. It's still locked, sadly. I mean, you're getting a better hang of it, and the tools certainly help when they're a little bit larger, but you're not quite able to get that finesse that you're used to with your hands. Varkesh, by the way, as you enter this room, you do begin to feel that the air is a little thicker, and your allies, they look a little uneasy, but it doesn't seem to affect them as much as you do. And as you kind of stare up and look around, there seems to be almost a presence, like a wind, that just knocks the fetishes, and then you hear a very sudden little...
Bollocks.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, buddy, you got this.
You went right into the combat music, which is not...
Come on, I can do this.
Very
Wisdom save.
Okay, you are fine, so you do not succumb to it, but you still hear the laughing as it focuses on you, and it seems to settle onto your mind, and then it stops. And then
Voices in my head.
and you hear what seems to be a frustration, just like a... I'll get you one way or another. And you just hear this...
I just grabbed Smokey with like it's like, am I little dog too? No one else hears these voices. It's just fucking.
At the moment, it's just you who hears it.
It's not my little dog too. I just got him. Else never.
Should we try out the other way?
I think so. I can't quite get this door. It's weird. Much larger than usual.
Right. Nice and Winnie through it.
Winnie wouldn't necessarily fit through the door.
Okay.
Make a perception check for me.
Take him out and then send him under and then
No, yeah.
pop him.
Make a perception check for me, since you're kind of thinking along those lines.
Fuck.
Okay. No, you're focused on the lock, and it just seems to be something that acts as like just a basic padlock key to the actual what looks to be like the portcullis that seems to be iron and wood rigging that blocks the door behind it.
Okay. We'll go downstairs.
All right.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Harry.
I would not know how that feels. I have scales, but I do know that there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to need to get used to. And it'll be great. We can go out and pull girls together. We could go out and we could drink. It'd be fantastic.
Rook trailing behind the good guys. Wait up.
All right.
Markesh, we could do all those things now.
As you enter the next room, this one also seems to have a small array of what appears to be the similar strung string and items dangling. But in the back, right near the wall, embedded into the dirt, you can see a very similar construct made of wood, thatch, string, and bone that has been made to kind of embed itself in the wall. So half of it is stuck in there. And you can see that it is rigid, sticking still inside this dirt kind of trap. But you can see, right at the heart of it, there looks to be a large key. Dark, black metal, right there at the center.
Right. If you guys are okay with this, seeing as you all have suffered enough, I will volunteer myself as tribute to get the key.
Brooke, is it wrapped or anything? If you... So...
I don't know. Let me look and... I'll get it. And I'll move up towards it, looking for traps the whole way.
All right, make a perception check.
I mean,
Nat 20 for 30.
Okay. You don't see any tripwires or pressure plates, but you do see that the actual key, when you look at it closely, it does seem to have what appears to be something around it, almost kind of like a little bit of a disc that seems to be etched with these weird sharp runes, these arcane writings, that you can see that the key seems to be pressed against one.
Well, okay. Smokey, does that look like that ring there? That look familiar to you at all?
Can you try? Does it look like it's on a pressure plate, or is it like inside some sort of force field? What am I looking at?
You can see in the construct this wooden kind of figure in the back. You can see in the center of it there's a key, but the key looks to be kind of pressed up against one of the runes, so it's kind of hiding this circle, and you can see these runes etched around it, and the key is embedded vertically right there. The large bar of it is currently covering one rune.
Mm-hmm. Can I do an Arcana check to try to interpret these runes?
Sure.
All right. Hey, Valindra, you want to help me?
It would be my honor. I will help him.
All right. So you can make this with advantage, and a -1 to whatever your end roll is.
Yeah, I already have intelligence dropped to 17, so it's...
okay, just for the temporary. All right.
Kayla sounds like Snake Plissken. Smokey sounds like a Canadian. Loving this.
So, you're able to detect that what appears to be the core of this creature, it looks to be an activation, similar kind of a mixture between a warding glyph that seems to have a certain condition when it's met might trigger the spell. And you can tell that there is something beneath the key rune, where perhaps if it was removed, it might activate the ring.
I think this is some kind of a construct, and if we take away the key, it'll activate and probably try to beat us up.
Well, I could try replacing it with something, or I could stand back and try to shoot the key out of its path.
So it's like a localized effect, though? Like if we stand, say, 30 feet away, it shouldn't affect us?
Well, I think it's either one of two things. One, it's going to blow up, or two, it's going to make this thing come to life.
Okay. All right, everyone stand back.
Watch out, coming through.
I'm gonna conjure up Mage Hand and let everyone step back, and then I'll try to use Mage Hand to get the key.
Okay, so you send the Mage Hand forward, and it grips the key and then breaks it off. As it breaks it off, you see a slight up the arcane runes, all igniting, and as they do, you suddenly see from the chest of the creature this gas comes out, this large green cloud that protrudes out from the creature. You guys are all far enough away from it that you begin to back away, trying to avoid breathing in the fumes, and you see that they just spread out in front of the creature and linger like a heavy fog.
Run away, run away.
I'm gonna high five my mage hand.
Okay. in so grabbing the key.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You grab the key, avoiding the simple trap that this particular creature had in store for you. And you make your way to the top. Avarkesh, by the way, while you were in that room, a new room, you did hear the voices again. And this time the whispering, cackling came into your ears. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Bullying me now. This isn't fair.
It's every time you... Alright, you're fine.
Alright.
You do not succumb to the whispers, and then it's that giggling of joy, this anticipation, then suddenly a... Every time you succeed, it seems to piss
Wherever the
the
voices
off
are.
more. But you do make your way safely now back to the front door. Well, not the front door, the portcullis wood door. Do you wish to open it?
Well, Valinder, you can do the honors. You got the key.
Yep, okay, everyone stand back. I'm gonna prepare to cast Toll the Dead if I see something.
And I would like to I'd like to try to hide, essentially just around the corner here.
Okay.
On your belly. True.
And meanwhile, Smokey is investigating these pots.
Again, filled with this disgusting, fermentating kind of feces and entrails and organs.
I love it.
And then I will use Mage Hand to unlock the door.
With your mage hand going over...
Oh no, I can't hear.
Hey, Jay, we can't hear you.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
oh no.
There you go, you're back.
There you go.
Alright, okay. So, with the mage hand taking the key in hand, it moves slowly and... unlocks it.
I'm gonna use the Mage Hand to like push the door open.
You notice that it has to kind of swing this portcullis this way. It's kind of like it's a door cage. So it has to be opened this way.
Okay, I'll use Mage Hand to.
Alright, the
open
mage hand
the
is
door.
trying. It's just going... It's a little heavier than 10 pounds. The mage hand can't seem to open it.
Son of a bitch.
I poke my head around the corner and just shove it.
Well, you pull one door open to you. So basically, it's a double door. You can see that the one towards you is the cage, the kind of bar, timber, and iron, and you just open that to you, that you open the lock with, and then you see another pair of doors that open inwards. So you pull that one open, and then you press the other one quietly, trying to keep as, silent as possible with your stealth check.
I don't want to open up fully, I just want to peek through, essentially.
Sure. You peek in, and you can see what appears to be a set of stairs going down. And as you do, make a perception check for me.
I'm gonna...
Alrighty.
Oh
But
my
make-
god.
It's only a 15.
All right. You just hear what appears to be little voices. Tiny little sounds that seem to be coming from the other side. What are the languages you know?
I know... Common, Thieves' Cant, Infernal, and Draconic.
Alright, sadly, this does not ring a bell with you. The language is a bit foreign. Varkesh, make a perception check. You're also right next to Rook.
Okay.
Do I see all these?
17.
You technically wouldn't really see much of them, but you can start to kind of get a hint of it. You recognize the language. It's Draconic. It's a very tiny, high-pitched Draconic sound.
But
I speak Draconic.
Oh, you do? Well, you said you
Yeah.
didn't know Draconic.
Yeah.
no, he said the Draconic is the very last one that
Oh,
you said that you knew.
I missed that one. Then yes, you do hear it. You know what they are speaking. They seem to be saying, "Hurry, hurry, quick, quick, get this in. Must make more, must make more. The master demands more."
Hey, Smokey.
I would like to try to mimic one of the creepy Hags voices and call in there, "Stop!" in Draconic. See what it does.
Okay, make a deception check.
And return to your burrows as well. That'll be a 18. Well, actually, yeah, 18, I think.
Just
So-
the slap on the back of the head and go, they don't live in burrows. That's racist.
So, as you say that, you just suddenly call this out in a voice familiar to the one you heard in your head, and they seem to pause, and they look around, a little nervous, and they go, oh, sorry, wait. Sorry? Do you see her? I don't see her. Do you see her?
Leave me!
Smokey, can you
Yeah.
that spell that you have that's like really explosive?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you just put one of those in there? Just like 30 feet in, I think.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so as you say that, go ahead and make an intimidation check for me, Rook, and Smokey, you're going to cast Fireball?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, that was terrible.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Alright. Smokey, I need you to make an Constitution saving throw. Sorry, this is a concentration check for you.
So it's a saving throw.
Saving
Okay.
throw, yeah.
Here we go.
Smokey.
Alright, you're fine. You're able to go along with the idea of throwing a big fireball down in there, so would you like to do that?
I will.
Alright.
Third
So,
level spell.
okay, you send it in.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
Yeah.
it is
Good
a
damage.
20-foot radius, right?
20-foot radius.
Alright, you're sending it 30 feet in, only to there?
Probably to more like from the door, but yeah.
Alright,
maybe
so
like
30
more
feet
here.
in right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so from there, you just see him shoot out this blast, and you just see an explosion of fire as this light builds at the end of the corridor, and you can just hear this as some of these voices just become completely engulfed in this fireball, as you see bits of what appear to be wood and debris catch alight, and fire becomes, present in the chamber ahead. You can see large wicker statues suddenly now becoming bonfires. The entire chamber has been lit. I need you all to roll for initiative. I mean,
21 again.
I am so far from my best.
Look what happens when you send a fireball inside somewhere. I mean, I think combat pretty much is a guarantee.
No, they're supposed to all be dead.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of them.
Damage.
You got a lot of them. All
That was
right.
really good damage.
All right. So it's a 20-foot radius, correct?
Correct.
All right. So, and the damage was
You could have saved it.
38.
38. Now I believe they make theirs with disadvantage, and so they would immediately die. So they just
Disadvantage? I don't know why. They're surprised, I guess.
they're
if you give them
surprised. I don't know if I think I wasn't sure if they did have disadvantage when they're surprised, but probably not. But either way, even if they had an advantage, those little guys don't make it. They just incinerate in complete, just mercy of the fireball. Nothing for them. The others, all right. So they make their dex save. All right, this one.
DC 15.
All right, that one succeeds, and that one also succeeds. All right, so they take. What's the damage again?
38.
Oh, okay. So even though they succeed, they try to get out of the way and just run around, but you just see once more constructs of a similar nature just once more just get blown apart, destroyed. They do not survive.
Such a good boy.
All right.
The goodest one.
Behind his ear.
The other ones, however, they make their save, and let's see what happens to them. All right. So we have a 3 and natural 20. All right. So you see these two forms. They also ignite, and they cause the bonfires to appear inside the chamber as these two things just ignite and become flaming creatures that suddenly move out of the walls that they were in. So they will make their initiative. We start them at a 4. All right. So go ahead. You guys are here. You make 4, and then the other ones do theirs. Let's see what you get. All right, that a 13. Okay. And then that is a turn 13, and for the last but not least, well, I'm kind of least, I suppose. They're pretty low in the rank. We'll just go ahead and see.
Kobolds.
They aren't loved when it comes to Oh, well, all right. Natural 20. Okay.
Wow.
Let me double check to see what their modifier is.
Probably have at least +2.
They might. All right. Let's see. They have a
+2.
Yeah. Okay. 22. All right. So you did call out a warning to them of saying, "Leave me." Now, initially, the threat wasn't very credible. However, the fireball suddenly makes them give a bit more of a "oh yeah" to that, and they scatter. So you can see that as the light is just flooding the room, you see these small kobold-like creatures skittering out and moving and ducking behind what appears to be the flaming construct, trying to avoid the embers and the fire just, radiating from them as they duck and weave out of the chamber all the way to there. I believe what's their movement? Is it 25 or 30? They have a 30. Okay, so they can go a little further. All right, so he's going to go there. Other one similarly is going to run. And they are getting the hell out of Dodge. Running, and now, as they're running, though, the light does give you guys a chance to see them. Just make a quick, actually, no, what are each of your passive perceptions, so I can know that?
20.
Okay, Rook's pretty high. Right.
14.
14, alright. So, Rook, you would notice this, probably the others might not be able to catch it in time. As they turn and run away, the kobolds are a little different. You can see that naturally they're the same, but they seem to have what appears to be markings along them. What looks to be almost like a war paint that seems to be kind of painted across their heads, their bodies, and arms. It looks like almost like a blue, like a dark black blue looking color. Very similar to a thick juice or paint that was made. But you can see that they're wrapping this blue symbolism and kind of streaks across their body. Very similar to kind of like a Scottish Highlander for war kind of painting marks as they dart out of the room. And it's your turn.
All right.
So we're in brave kobolds now.
Well, I mean, not so brave, but they try. They try their parts.
I'll take my 15 feet of movement here. Can I see this fellow?
You do? Yeah, I mean, those things are radiating fire. They are large, massive golem-like creatures that are now alight, and they are just burning this massive, flame aura around them, and the heat is intense.
Glorious. I'd like to look it over for any weaknesses and use insightful fighting.
Sure. And they make a deception check to you. All right, I'm pretty sure they fail. They get a -3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, technically they can't pass that, then I got an 18.
So, yeah, you would get the sense that perhaps aiming for the joints, maybe for, the pelvis, or the... Ooh, yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. So, yes.
In an effort to not die, though, I'm going to use my action to dash and run 15 foot back and turn.
Okay, all right. Just looking in and going, aha, and then running back.
Hit the joints!
In and out like a flash. Smoky.
I mean, as much of a flash as a fat bird can.
I mean, yes,
Joints hurt. That's
it is impressive for a bird your size.
Welcome to Smokey's world, man. The chafing. All right, but yeah, Smokey. He sees these giant. He probably sees the edge of the fire, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, what'd you see?"
Big wicker golems on fire. Big.
Okay. Smokey's gonna hold. He's gonna cough up a produce flame hairball in his hand and just hold it, ready to throw it at whatever comes around.
Okay. Indra.
Okay. 10, 15, 20. If I move here, can I get a good visual on this guy?
You can.
Okay, I will bonus action Hex, and
right.
since he's already injured, I will Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
And I will give disadvantage to strength checks, because these guys look needy.
Getting grappled by one of them would be bad.
Yeah.
They're on fire. Yes, it would.
That would seriously suck. So wisdom save.
All right. So wisdom save from those guys. We get a And now they fail completely, so you go ahead and you do the full 17 plus 2, 19 damage to the creature down there. Yeah, as it just suddenly boom, echoes towards it. You can even see that as it reaches there, the flames just blow back a little bit as this kind of vortex of air pushes it. It looks like it hurt it.
And I will move back into my little cluster of people.
All right, into the cluster of people you go.
Into the cluster.
All right, and as you keep choosing to tactically retreat, you then see that from the room, a similar sound and sight comes before you, and you see once more the skittering-looking scarecrow-like creature coming up the stairs as it jiggles and moves about and kind of begins to crawl along the sides of the ceiling as it looks at each of you. It looks mostly towards Rook. Weak, fat, and vulnerable. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's mean.
What do you want?
You are fine. This scarecrow doesn't scare this crow, so you are good.
And held action, I'm going to cast my flame at it.
Alright, throwing your produce flame. Go ahead and make your attack.
That's a 16.
Oh, that hits.
Alright, and that's going to be 13 fire damage.
Alright, and as you throw it, you see the fire hit, and then the thing begins to ignite. The dry kindling catching it. It's very vulnerable to this damage, and you just see it blow up. It is, it's still alive. It's still alive, but it is mostly flame and this kind of, like, weird shadow silhouette of a skeletal frame keeping itself alive. But the hay and the body mass is just gone. Varkesh.
Okay, upon hearing the cacophony of, oh my god, big thing on fire, aim for the joints, I'm going to move down and engage here to block the corridor, seeing as I'm the only one who has not been physically altered in any way. I'm going to attempt to melee smack this scarecrow.
Okay, go ahead as you pull out your mace and you bring it up to swing.
16.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, and it does fire damage too.
It does. With your Forge Cleric Divinity, you're able to add an additional 1d8 fire damage to it.
1d8. I thought that would have already been included, but guess not. Oh,
Alright, so that is a total of 15 damage to the creature, and as you just pull it up, it just completely scatters it across. The mace just making everything splinter apart across the stair as Twig and Torch just tumble off and away.
Excellent.
It is dead.
That is all. I killed him?
You killed it.
They're not very strong.
Wow, but as strong as Varkesh is, he never uses his weapon, really. So,
Well, there is no end to your talent, so...
This is incredibly true. There is no end. And then I'm going to move to the very bottom of the stairs here, just kind of right there. And I'm just going to hold position.
Okay.
I'll go down.
As you look and hold position, a large flaming hand just reaches around and goes towards you as you see it just kind of trying to grapple
decisions
you.
were made!
And you just go ahead and see it make an attack towards you. It rolls a 19.
It misses.
Alright, the first slam not getting it. The second one, 11. Alright, so instead of... you just kind of duck as these large, heavy hands go across from you. However, you are within range of it. I need you to take an additional damage of its immolation. So, you take... you are fire resistant, so you only take half of this. So you take 3 points of fire damage. As another one comes towards the stairs and sees you right there, it continues to squeeze around you. It can move at half speed at that point.
No, it cannot.
It can.
Yes, it can.
It can.
That's how squeezing works.
It stops right there.
Shit!
It goes and tries to also to grab onto you. So this one will make a 23.
23 will hit.
Alright, and the second one, as you are grappled... oh, that's a natural one. But the first one does 17 bludgeoning damage as an additional 6 fire damage, which you half to 3. And then, within its aura, Valindra, Rook, and Varkesh, you all take this one. You are all also resistant, so it is halved. You only take 4 fire damage on top from this heat, this inferno, as now that once these things have been caught alight, they are just burning up a huge amount, like a furnace, in the entire room. It is just horrible and sweltering, and the air is becoming stifling with smoke and debris. The kobolds run like the clappers, and you just hear them, distant echoes of them just like calling out in Draconic, just going, "Flee! Intruders! Flee!" as they're running away.
That was great.
Alright, they are gone. Rook, it's you.
Alright, take a 5-foot step this way to grant advantage on it. And I will try to stab at the knee joint with my rapier.
Okay,
It's only 15 to hit, though.
that will hit.
Sweet! For 29 points of piercing damage.
Ooh,
I
very
am
nice.
sacrificing myself so that everyone else can
Very
kill me.
nice. You get it right in, and as you do, you swipe off, and the leg breaks away, and the thing is just now barely standing as one arm braces against the wall as it looks up at you, turning its head to see this new foe come at it from behind.
The bird flips at the bird, and I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and take 10 feet of movement over here.
Alright, as you make your little tubby way back, we go to Smokey.
Smokey is going to come around, say, to here. He's going to toss another produce flame cantrip. It's going to be 15 to hit,
Oh, that hits.
or only 6 damage.
Which is doubled, and as you do, you send it over, and as it hits, it just begins to completely engulf itself in flames, and the rest of the joints just start to... The thing falls apart as the stairs are now covered with what appears to be a pile of fire.
Oh.
Oh no.
He gets his own firewall now, boys.
Yeah? Would you like a bonus action?
I really don't know what you know about my character that gives him a bonus action, but
That's alright. You
you...
can consume a healing potion with a bonus action.
I don't have any.
Oh, well, not even a mushroom?
I don't think I got a mushroom.
I thought we all gathered mushrooms.
Did we?
No, Rook gathered one, and I bundled up the rest.
Yeah,
I mean, holding.
I just got it up and put it in a bottle of vinegar.
that is
Okay.
true. I do remember that. Smokey's gonna stay where he is for now.
Okay, alright. Valindra. What do you want to do?
Oh goodness.
You have to do that in a man's voice, by the way. There you go.
Just grunt.
Let's
This
see.
pleases me.
You've passed the man exam.
Oh god. I'm going to. This thing's on fire, right?
Oh, yes.
Fuck it. I can't. I can't see. I can see like the very edge of him.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action move hex to him and
Okay.
toll the dead. I'm gonna bing bong this ding dong.
Alright, good job. Toll the Dead does not matter about the 3/4 cover, so it makes the wisdom save. And it
And
rolls
he
a
does-
6. Actually, it has magic resistance, so this is a saving throw for magic. It's a natural 20.
Son of a. Okay.
So, sadly, it does not take any of the damage.
1.
Would you like to move?
I'm just gonna move back.
Okay.
Kayla's given up on life, everyone.
Varkesh, it is your turn.
You say that as if I haven't already.
Alright, Varkesh, what do you want to do? Fire is behind you, completely blocking off the staircase as one flaming hand is still around the corner, and you can see the form just beginning to peer around
So-
to look at you.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to, like a complete fool, run forward and attempt to grapple it. Just jump onto the
Okay.
thing and go, I am a forge cleric! I do not burn! Just grab.
Alright, go ahead and make your athletics check to grapple the creature.
I am going.
The heat of adversity makes me stronger! I shall forge myself into a better weapon for peace.
Oh god, what was that strength shit? Wait, I'm
Well, that's
rolling
its
what
save.
now?
You're rolling athletics.
13, okay. So
You
thank
grab
God for
onto
that.
it as the flames begin to lick across your skin as you feel the burns run across your arms. The thing is still very much on fire.
I'm okay!
Okay.
Okay.
Not really. Kind of stings a little.
You will take an additional 1 fire damage.
Would that be 0?
No, it is 1. You can't go lower than 1. Sorry. 1 is 1. Would you like to bonus action anything?
No, I'm going to save all that magical goodness. I've made my grapple. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. The creature is going to let you hold on to it. It doesn't care. It's going to then start to wail on you, try to get you deeper into its body so that you become completely...
What it thinks.
You become completely surrounded by the flames of this now ignited golem. It is going to make a first attack at you with a 9, and the second one 26.
I wonder which one hits.
You take
Yeah.
14
Banana
bludgeoning
is one.
damage as the first one doesn't really quite get you in there, but the second one goes from below and seats you inside of it as it tries to make you now suddenly become engulfed in its body with all the fire. So you take the additional 1d6 from its attack, which is 3 half to 1. But then now that you end then that ends its turn right you there, you take the additional 8 fire damage reduced to 4 as you now become completely taken inside this inferno. Now, as you are inside the inferno and you enter this room and you begin to kind of sit inside there, you hear the sound again as the laughter once more penetrates the room and the fetishes and totems begin to wave as the ropes sway with this weird presence. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Join us, Varkesh.
Never.
One of us.
Okay. You are fine. You just
I
shrug
just,
it
like-
off.
Like in the final scene of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, just this blue clawed foam comes out of the flames. I'm like, nope, I am so good.
All
I'm
right.
completely fine.
Rook, what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna take a bonus action to dash and take my full 30 feet of movement that way.
Okay. As you jump
Let me
over
action.
the flames, I need you to make an athletics check, please.
Alrighty. Find it. There it is.
It's like watching
17.
All right, you're fine. With a bit of extra height from the stairwell, you just kind of leap over the licking flames as they just kind of sizzle a little bit, but you don't really take much damage as you catch yourself and roll on the other side and continue to run. For you, Smokey, the smell of cooked bird is probably a little bit more strong on the wind, but yeah, he's fine.
I'm delicious, guys. And then I'll use my primary action to shoot at this thing with my hand crossbow.
Okay, go ahead.
Just a regular bolt.
That hits.
26 to hit
Yeah.
for a total of 26 points of piercing damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Alright, so Varkesh partially blocking my view, I will still take aim and take out a knee joint, make it fall over and shatter across the ground as it was still partially being constructed and caught on fire.
Okay. As you aim it, you fire it, and as you see it just penetrates through the leg as it completely loses its balance and, like a tree, hits the ground as bits of it spread across the floor, the fire continually burning as Varkesh is now standing there with the flames surrounding him, the flickering light making a very eerie silhouette of this dragonborn standing amidst the ruins of this construct.
through the fire and the flames, I will carry on. And I walk out the flames and I carry on.
As one does. But yes, you are safe and sound. However, the creatures, the kobolds that fled, they're gone. You can see, though, in the room where you had ignited, a multitude of different smoldering corpses of sticks and debris have scattered across the room, still giving it enough light. You can see other pieces that look to be the means for them to construct new constructs, these scarecrows and wicker golems that are able to be assembled and then eventually animated in this room.
Valindra, Smokey, it's safe to come through now.
Is it?
We put out this fire, though.
I can't. I can. Prestidigitation. I can put out a campfire, so just.
Yep, slowly making a path as you just...
Yeah.
Ooh. I go over to one of the scarecrows and I go, guys, before we have an argument, remember this is all entirely a straw man argument. And I throw it away.
Are there...
So anyway.
I think we'll have to take let's take that one to the polls as to whether it was a worthwhile pun or not.
Damn right.
Did we...
Straw polls, boys. Straw polls.
Is there any, like, instruction manuals or, like, ritual corners or things? I just want to sweep the room real quick and look, because it sounded like this is where they were making things.
You take a look around and you don't see any instruction manual, no basic building 101 for this kind of creature. You can just see that it looks to be almost like a general design. Make sure there's an arm, a leg, a body, a head. It seems to be that it's just very simple in its basic understanding of how you make a scarecrow.
Okay,
Each one
so
is custom
this
and
does
unique.
not... It doesn't look like the same stitching that we saw in the bunny, so...
No, not at all.
Oka-doka.
I'm going to round the corner down here.
Alright, as you progress down into the other hallway, you can see that it starts to lead down to another set of stairs. As you feel yourself going deeper into this layer, you feel the air begin to become more chilled. The heat from the room behind you is now gone, and you now feel this cold, winded tunnel just continually blowing at you, and you feel this kind of almost this weird essence that pushes into your body and pulls out, pushes in and pulls out. It's a very weird sensation, almost as if you're being probed or scanned. Your presence is becoming noticed.
Before I proceed, I am going to cast Death Ward on myself.
Oh, alright. Okay, so you cast Death Ward, giving yourself a bit of extra protection in case the worst might happen. You feel secure.
You never know.
Yeah.
And I will very slowly peek around the corner. Very slowly.
It looks to be another hallway leading further down into the depths below.
I guess I will continue to take point. Unless anyone else.
I
No.
don't
Fair
think
enough.
we have the element of surprise.
Alright. You see another room before you. Alright. You see another room, once more again strewn with these ropes that hang the fetishes and totems across the ceiling.
Well, just for the hell of it, I'm going to take aim at one of the ropes and shoot it at my hand crossbow.
Okay, make an attack.
Ooh, real low.
Okay, no, it just misses as you just shoot it. It just embeds into the hard dirt-like ceiling.
I thought that.
Slap.
Can I just conjure Mage Hand and, like, tug on one of the strings?
You tug on them as the mage hand goes up. It just kind of, it doesn't break them free. All right. Produce Fan, you can go ahead and make an attack.
Yeah.
Varkash, you enter the room and you can see that across the sides, not only are there jars and pots, sadly you throw the flame, it misses, it just kind of goes by. Varkash, you can see what appears to be work tables, benches, and these shelves that seem to scatter around the edge of the wall. And you can see that across it there looks to be what appears to be items, just placed on each of these tables with weird parchments and ink marking down them. Little bits of what looks to be like holders for candles, some human skulls and other creature skulls just placed there with these wax drippings all over them, and you can see little bits of candlelight flickering across them as they look to be like a lab or a study of some sort. And you can see just across from the room on the other side what appears to be two door frames that arch into this nice kind of, stone doorway, open without any kind of door blocking it, but they seem to lead to stairwells that go down further in. But in this room, you can see a multitude of items.
What do I see?
Well, as you enter and you walk inside, you also hear a familiar
Oh my god.
please go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw for me.
We all just rolled shit, so hopefully
You
you'll
got
be
this,
good.
Scott.
Should I roll with advantage? Because I'm just rocking them today.
I mean, it's normal as it is. You're doing pretty well.
Come on, Scott.
You're fine. So, as the sound comes in, you just hear it go, as it
Sorry,
fades away.
bitch. Not today.
The items you see on the table look to be a variety of sorts. You can see a bottle made of like a solid black glass, very pristine and clear. What looks to also be a small kind of pyramid-like thing that looks to be made of clay with a carving of some kind of face on top of it. As well, you can see a very intricate-looking crossbow. Small and styled, with a very intricate-looking display of metalwork that has a snake's mouth at the end, 2 fangs protruding down. You also see what appears to be a small little, what looks to be kind of like a brazier that seems to have this glittering dust inside it, very faint, almost like a glowing purple lavender.
Ooh.
That sounds interesting.
And there are pieces of parchment and other inks and writing utensils scattered around. As you examine them, you do see that they are categorizing these items. You can see that they have labels around them. The one that looks to be like a small little carved individual, you look that it's scratched in what appears to be a very simple... Actually, what are all the languages you all know again?
I know Common, Draconic, and Giant.
Alright, you don't know what they say.
I know Common, Thieves' Cant, Infernal, and Draconic.
Okay.
I know literally every written language.
That's right, you do, because you are a warlock, of course. Smokey, what do you do? Do you have...
I have Common and I have Goblin.
Alright.
Goblin? What? Oh, fucking what?
You guys don't know that yet?
He's different.
Okay, so Rook and Valindra, you both can read the writing. Rook, you recognize it as Infernal. So it seems to be categorizing it. This little jar, this little kind of clay figurine, it seems to represent choking powder. And it mentions that if it was thrown onto someone's face, it would cause them to cough and wheeze uncontrollably to be no longer able to perform any action. Same with you, Valindra, you can see that. You notice that the small dust that's in the brazier looks to be dust of disappearance, allowing you to be invisible if you were to activate it and take it with you. You also see the crossbow, which looks to be mentioning how it is a venom bolt bow. And it seems to have the capabilities of, whenever it fires, to magically imbue the bolt with a poisonous attack.
So very first things first, I'm going to check the entire surrounding area for any traps.
Do
Okay.
you think we should all take a rest while we're here? Just
For a 23.
Alright.
Maybe a short rest.
Valindra must be feeling better. She's sounding a little more feminine.
Oh no, that. Sorry, friggin' puberty, I guess.
That was a real long voice crack, but okay.
natural. It's all right. Embarrassing.
So as you begin to talk about maybe perhaps trying to rest, Rook, you notice that there are no traps necessarily around the items. They seem to be fine and don't have any kind of hidden means to harm anyone who might take them. But you do notice that as you look and investigate the room, that there is what appears to be a strange set of what appears to be arcane runes and sigils made into this kind of plate that goes around the ceiling, like a crown molding almost, that encompasses the room.
Smokey, Valindra, we have another sigil up there. I want to take literally everything here on this table, but first, can you make sure that that won't hurt me if I do?
Yes.
Okay. So Flunder and I will work together to figure it out.
And
Okay.
I will take a short rest during this time to regain my hit points.
All right, so you if you want to take a short rest, you absolutely can. As you inspect it, make an Arcana check with advantage.
Sure. 19.
All right. You get the gist that the entire what appears to be circle of this magical kind of protection rune seems to keep it in a way that prevents anyone from leaving the chamber with more than they should. It seems to have what appears to be kind of a balancing mechanism, a kind of security of sorts, where it says that basically if you bring something in, you can take out what you already have. So you know from just the basic kind of deciphering that if you, let's say, walked in with like 2 magic items, you're allowed to leave the room with 2 magic items, but you couldn't leave with more than that. It seems to be some kind of little security measure so that no one can necessarily be greedy and take things.
Quick question: Can you only roll half of your hit die on a short rest?
You regain half of your hit die on a long rest, so you can roll as many as your hit dice as you want, but you only regain half of them every long rest.
I'm gonna roll some as well.
All right.
All right. So did you guys commit to the move?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to then set the bead of darkness on the plate next to the hand crossbow. Actually, what kind of crossbow is that?
It is a crossbow of venom bolts.
So wait, what is the...
Right, but like, does it classify as a heavy, a light, or a hand
it's a light crossbow.
Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, sorry, it's a hand crossbow.
Oh, okay.
I keep mixing those up. It's a hand crossbow.
So,
all right. So yeah, I'll set the bead of darkness on the plate next to it and take that hand crossbow instead.
the runes prevent more than one magical item from like leaving the room, basically. Like you have to trade it out, kind of thing.
Yes.
So
it's like take a copper, leave a copper.
Right. So like based on our understanding of, I mean, could we just destroy the runes and take literally everything? Based on our understanding of it.
You could try.
I feel like we should definitely stop back in this room on our way out, but maybe for the time being, just sort of make that trade-off and go forward.
Well, let's. Are we done with the short rest at this point?
So if you are doing this during the short rest, you can wait. So yeah, if you do this as you wait and sit and rest for a while, Varkesh, as you're trying to ease and just relax and regain your hit points, you do feel that the more time you spend in the room, once more you hear that sound. But now it seems more delighted and happy, as it now just feels like it has a chance, and it just continues to laugh and just kind of revel in this. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
No.
Come on, Scotty boy.
If you short rest in a room, this is what happens. Okay, 24. You feel fine. So, the confident, cocky laugh suddenly stops, and you just hear this almost, "What are you?"
Lucky as fuck is what he is.
And it disappears. Doesn't seem to...
I am the best blue. That's... No one else can hear that. Wasted.
But yeah. So you complete the short rest. Varkesh seeming to be perfectly fine.
I'm invulnerable to witches.
Alright, should we have Rook try to leave the room since he's the only one who took something?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll leave the room first so nothing happens when you try to leave.
Alright, as you leave, nothing seems to stop you. You move fine.
The others, Varkesh, Valendra, you may want to leave the room too. Make sure that nothing untoward happens to you if the trade is deemed unworthy.
Alright,
I will
Varkesh, you
the
move fine.
same area as Smokey.
Okay. Alright, Valendra, no problem with you. You're able to pass through the doorway.
And just in case, I'll walk out the way that we came in first.
Alright, as you attempt to walk out the way you came in, you get stopped. There suddenly is a force that just stops you, and you feel this radiating effect as suddenly... Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Ooh, only a 5.
Okay, you don't really know what's the cause of it. It just makes you just suddenly... and you can't get out of the room. The wards around the ceiling do just kind of...
Well, that was no good.
I'm just gonna send a couple of Eldritch Blasts around and try to destroy the runes.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Oh, no.
Maybe it requires an item of equivalent value?
Ooh, alright. So, Valindra, please roll the damage for me.
Does 17 also hit?
Oh,
I'm
yes, the
guessing?
17 hits, yeah. Alright, so that's a total of 15 damage, and as you shoot it out towards each of them, you see the runes take it, and fire it back at you. You take the 15 damage as the Eldritch Blast ricochet and hit you instead.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me!
I smother the dog going, no one's gonna hurt my pooch! It's fine.
Okay. Can I just, take a knife? Or, I do have a dagger, I believe. Yeah. In my inventory. I have just, a dagger. Can I take my dagger with my mage hand and try to just, scratch at the runes?
Yep, you send your mage hand up with the dagger as it tries to scratch at the runes. It doesn't look like it's making much effect on it. It looks to be like it's trying to, but the dagger doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Allow me. I take my regular hand crossbow, take aim, and fire an adamantine bolt at one of the runes.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
I'm going to move over close to
Ooh, alright, 27, that hits.
Okay, and it is technically an auto crit as well because it's an adamantine bolt
Adamantine makes it auto crit?
against objects. Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay, so yeah, you fire it, and as it does, it goes right back towards you.
Okay.
You take the 13 damage if you want it to be a crit.
Okay.
Well, I'm not an object, so it wouldn't auto crit on me, just the
You
object.
take the 9, okay.
Yeah.
There seems to be something that's warding the area from any kind of effect.
No one can dodge that.
Sure, you can take it only half.
Have you got anything more expensive to
Well,
potentially trade out?
Well, there's my cloak, but I'm not leaving that behind.
can I just, grab Rook's arm and try to dimension door to the other side?
Sure.
I feel like this is going to be a waste of a spell slot, but...
Alright, so you grab onto Rook and you focus and you try to dimension door, and as you do, you suddenly get stuck in there and you feel a force push you out. Very similar to any other teleportation, if you stop inside a place that you cannot teleport out, you take damage. So if I believe that is... I'm going to double check. I'm not sure if it's 60-10.
What?
6d10?
Let's double check
If it
that.
prevents travel similar to a force cage, it would just stop her before it. It wouldn't stop her inside of it.
It seems to kind of it holds her there, and as she does, she can't move any further, so then she has to eject out. So let me just double check on this.
She barrel rolls.
Usually it's just 5 damage. Those instances, I believe.
Well, it depends if you're
46. Yep, 46 damage to both of us.
Alright. 4d6?
46 force damage, yes.
Alright, 46. 16. As you both just eject back into the room.
The bird to a clear window.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Rook, why don't you just... I mean, there's no point in stealthing now, so why don't you just leave your cloak here, have a magical weapon, and then on the way back, you can just trade it back?
Yes, I think that's reasonable.
I now have less hit points than I did when we started the short rest.
So I'll pick up a, ooh. So actually, that being the case, I will move the bead of darkness from the plate that had previously held the crossbow over to the one that had the
invisibility.
The dust of tracelessness.
Okay. So you want to trade
Whatever it was.
So you want to grab... Basically, there is a container next to it, like a small... Like a vial, in a sense, that you could pour it back in. So if you wanted to take, the dust, you can just put it into its container.
Yeah, I would take the dust, put it in this container, set the bead of darkness there, take off my cloak, and put it on the plate that held the hand crossbow previously.
Okay.
Wait, Smokey, don't you have something that can just kind of like get rid of magic?
I mean, I do, but I'm a little worried about... I mean, I'd be happy to do it on our way out when we're not under threat.
I agree.
Okay.
Makes sense to me. Mm-hmm.
Yep, no, that makes sense. All right, cool. Okay.
Now such a bro. I love it.
Okay. So do you walk out with those?
Yes, I do.
All right. As you go towards the archway, you see that nothing stops you as you walk through.
Okay.
All right.
Note that down here.
Varkesh, you enter another hallway. You can see it leads to the left.
Aha.
Seeing as I think I've got the most HP right about now because I'm max, so I'll just go ahead and not have anyone else take any damage for a while. Just because, and I will be very perceptive. I'll be on my toe.
Okay. Do you want to be quiet?
I'll try to be as best as I possibly can.
Okay.
I will roll a stealth check with advantage. Okay, 15's not that bad.
All right. You just move as quietly as you can, just kind of feeling yourself slowly make your way into the next room. The chamber opens into a very large expanse. You can see that it grows to the right as it becomes wider and longer, and now this place is riddled with these strings and fetishes and totems hanging from the ceiling. The place is completely covered not only in these foul images and weird sculptures. You can see the walls are now also continually marked and clawed. You can see different symbols, arcane runes drawn into the dirt, a multitude of jars piled up to the ceiling, and rubble just seeming to be filling the entire place as holes have been dug. Things have been put into the walls. It looks to be almost like a storage, a vault of sorts, as they seem to put things away. But you can see that as you peer inside, you don't see anything. It's quiet.
Don't see anything.
It's very quiet.
It's very quiet. I'm gonna walk inside.
Okay. You walk inside, and as you walk inside, you suddenly feel that very similar wind once more as the strings bounce and vibrate as your presence enters the room, and you can hear one, then two, then three laughters all at once as they each just assail you and just go...
Can I take a shot at the space above one of those shivering
you can
places?
fire anytime you want, yeah. Varkesh, make a wisdom save with disadvantage as you feel you are now at the center of this
How did
layer.
these...
Come on, Varkesh.
Get my number. Seriously.
Come on, Varkesh. You got this.
I hope I get this.
You got this, Scott. You got this.
All right.
Fuck yes.
You are fine. You feel them trying to push into your body. They want to change what you are, but every time you stand there, you just kind of feel yourself assured, holding your symbol sometimes. You just know that they can't harm you. You feel confident and strong, and with your divine presence, they are unable to distort you from your norm, and they all just seem to stop laughing. And you suddenly see a pair of eyes, a second pair, a third pair, all in the center, as then suddenly from the eyes a form appears as you see this haggard-looking woman and then two other ones coming out, each of them slightly different from the next, one tall and skinny, one large and fat, a little bit dumpy and hunched over, and another one seeming to try and be the leader of the group, standing with a bit more of a presence, as you can see that she is looking down at you. A very large sack is nestled on her hip, a black-looking kind of bag that seems to be stitched and made with a patchwork of something off. And you can see just across her necklace what appears to be a small black stone that just dangles right there near her breasts. You can see that she's wearing what in her version would be a kind of seductive robe, where it's kind of leaning down to the cleavage, but it's an old woman. It's drooping. The skin is just wrinkled and grotesque, but you can see that they stand there looking at you.
I will do anything for love. but I won't do that.
But they stare at you, and you see them kind of begin to talk to you in a very weird, like, song sentence as each one picks up after the other, going, "Oh, foolish creature, coming into our home. Yes, foolish creature. He shall not last long. Why have you come to our home?"
I'm looking for my dad. He's a bit of a prick. And yes, you killed children, so you're not going to live for too much longer. And
that's when I'd like to take my shot with my new hand crossbow at the leader.
Oh, all right. Okay, go ahead and make your attack with advantage, because I don't think they'll
Why
get
do
to
we
see you.
always attack before we find out anything?
I mean, you just told them they weren't going to live much longer, so
because it's not because they don't have information on Rook's backstory. That's why.
Oh, 16. Okay. Let me see. Does that hit?
I'll remember that.
All right.
Well considered. I've been rolling pretty poorly tonight.
As you fire the bolt out, you see it just go and shoot right by it, and she just turns and looks at you and goes, "Sisters, to arms!" I need you all to roll initiative.
I just picture them all like licking arms.
In the form of Super Hag.
All right.
Ooh,
Hey, halfway decent initiative.
man. I'm rolling really well tonight. Hooray!
Yeah,
Okay,
you are.
here we go.
Damn.
Usually I always
Ah!
3. All right.
Even that Hags.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay. So this one, 19. This one, 6. Okay, and this one, 13. All right. So, top of the round, we start with the head witch. As you see her suddenly look across, and you watch her suddenly fade and become ethereal as her eyes just leave this faint trail of existence before they wink out.
cheating.
Alright, the other two
Bitch.
have not yet done anything yet, so they are still here. Alright.
There they are.
There they are.
Yep, there they are. Okay, Varkesh, you are first up. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run at the ugly slut and stab her in the face with my hand and cause inflict wounds.
Okay, I was going to say stabbing. Alright, so go ahead and make your unarmed attack.
Swing right in the whatever's they've got, and I will do that at a level 2.
Okay.
Wounds.
That misses. So as you try to take your hand, you bleed it with necrotic energy, and you reach for, but you see her just kind of dodge very unnaturally. This elderly figure is an illusion. There's nothing frail about her as she just moves with grace and ease out of the way as she looks at you and just goes,
It's performance anxiety. It happens to everyone.
bonus action anything?
No, actually, no.
All right. Rook, your turn.
Alright, take my 15 feet of movement to put myself here.
Okay.
Let me check something as far as hand crossbows go. Okay. I'll use my bonus action to dash, put myself 5 feet closer, and shoot at the one that Varkesh is standing next to with that new hand crossbow.
All right.
17 to hit this
That
time.
hits.
Excellent.
Nice.
I'll be 7 plus 25 for a total of 32 points of
All
piercing
right,
damage.
nice. 32 points of piercing damage, and then go ahead and roll an additional 2d6 poison.
All right. An additional 10 points of poison.
Nice, nice. And you just see the bolt go straight in, and she looks and goes, "Ah!" As you suddenly see the arrow go in, and the venom just seeps out, like it just grows these little veins of green, and she just kind of goes, just looking at you with fury and anger.
Done that.
All right, and I still have another 10 feet of movement, which I'm going to use to place myself right there
Okay.
and then turn.
All right. Smokey, it's you.
Alright, I'm gonna take out my beads, and I'm gonna try to cast. I'm gonna toss them out. I'm gonna try and cast animate objects.
All right, and as you do, you see the hag in the back that wasn't hurt just goes, "I don't think so," and you see her shoot a counterspell at 5th level to you.
Can I counterspell her counterspell?
I don't know if you can.
I've heard it's done both ways, but technically that'd be me casting 2-level spells in a turn.
At the same turn, yeah, that's the key, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
So,
so that doesn't work. That is my action, though.
Alright.
Okay, I will... Yeah. We're gonna get up in this girl's face.
Okay.
Entered.
Alright, Valindra.
Alrighty. I'm going to move 15, 20. And I'm going, because I'm so badly hurt, I'm going to do something stupid and reckless and get into melee range. And I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch at advantage.
Alright, and as you do that, she turns and looks at you and goes, "I think not, dearie." And she does counterspell at 3rd level on you. However, that means she has to roll because you cast yours at 5th level.
Mm-hmm. 4th.
Yeah, 4th level.
So yeah, so she has to do this one. All right, so she's gonna roll, and she rolls a natural 20. So yes, you see her
better than some other time.
Jed.
As she negates your vampiric touch spell.
I almost did shocking grasp.
All right. Bonus action, anything?
Cry, baby.
Okay. As you do that, the 2 hags look at each of you and just go,
Well, she's hexed now. I'm
"Oh,
bonus
sure,
action
yeah,
moving.
absolutely, you can hex her." All right.
And I'm going to make her roll with disadvantage to charisma.
Checks, remember. So, all right, yeah. I think that would, counter spells, and those are checks. All right. So.
If charisma's your casting mod, yeah.
Yeah, and as you see them, they just kind of look at each other. "Do you think? Yes, yes. They deserve our full strength." And you see them both immediately clap their hands together and begin to enchant something upon themselves. As you see them begin to alter their form, growing in size. They are casting polymorph.
I cast counterspell on the one that's right in front of me.
Alright, this is a 4th level spell.
I only have 4th level slots left.
Alright, now I need you to make for me a concentration check. Constitution saving throw. Because we forgot to do that for your animated objects.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Come on, buddy.
Fail.
Alright, I need you to roll a 1d6 for me.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot of spell slots options. It's a 5. I have no 5th level slots.
Alright, so you go down to the 4th level.
Okay.
What do you have as a 4th level spell?
For today, on the menu is Banishment and Private Sanctum.
Alright. Sadly, those are not reaction-based, but you kind of feel like you might want to cast those next turn.
Okay.
So you can try Banishment, or you can try the other one.
But I can't cast it now, though, because I
No,
have
because it's a
reaction.
reaction, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just thinking like, "Oh, I'll count." No, I'll hold myself and be ready to cast an even better spell. It's like this kind of like, wait a minute, I'm thinking ahead. I'm smart. It's that kind of like... Unless Valindra, do you want to do anything?
I can't. That was my last spell slot. That was it. I'm out. I'm tapped.
He's hexed.
Nope, I used my staff.
It's not the
I
staff.
already used my...
You have a scroll!
I have a scroll. I have a counterspell scroll, and I'm gonna fucking use it!
Okay. Alright, so... for you, when you write this, I don't know if it actually writes it into the level that it is.
Otherwise it'd be more expensive.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your charisma check for it.
You do it.
Is it just a charisma check?
Just a charisma check. Yep.
No proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, it says -1.
Okay, so You try to get the spell off in time, and as the magic begins to start to burn, and it just doesn't seem to do enough. And as you do that, you see the hags begin to change, and their forms shift and grow. And suddenly, instead of frail women, you see two large crocodiles appear as they just burst out.
Well,
Gross.
fuck.
Let's go ahead and move Valindra back one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move my
Right.
side.
So, as they polymorph into these large reptilian creatures, we start then at the top of the round here. All right. So, yeah, Varkesh, it is your turn.
I don't like this, so I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the one I'm facing.
Oh, all right.
Because fuck crocodile.
Okay, do you
No.
cast this at a 3rd level or higher?
I will cast this at my last 4th level.
Alright, so as you just focus this suddenly on her, you see the form shift and then return back to that of a hag.
Yes! Take that, witch bitch!
So yeah, that completely ruined it for her.
Yay, Varkish ruins everything.
The other crocodile, though, it would move during its turn. It's going to move behind you. It doesn't attack, but it moves. So yeah, you dispelled it. Any bonus action?
Can I cry really loudly?
Of course you can. Anyone can cry. All right.
I mean, I'm just gonna... no.
All right, Rook, it is your turn.
All right. So, moment.
Just
Move 10 feet forward. And shoot at this one with that hand crossbow again. Here this goes, boys. 24.
All right, and that's for the one that's in the middle?
Yes, the one's
All
between
right,
the rest
yeah,
of the
that
party.
hits. That goes ahead and hits.
8 plus 20 plus...
Plus your 2d6.
6 for a total of...
Nice.
47.
You definitely hit him. You hit her hard as you set another bolt in, and as she regains her form, she looks around and then sees another embed in her, and she's just like... As a poison vein begins to seep out into her body, she is looking really hurt.
So a bonus action dash just to put myself... let's see, I used 5 feet of my movement, I believe. I used 10 feet, so place myself right over here and end my turn.
Okay. And then that means Smokey.
Alright. Is there a way for me to get flanking using my 2 allies, or does it have to be exactly opposite?
Exactly opposite in order to get the flanking.
Whale. Booey. Okay. I will move a little bit away, and I snap my fingers, and there's some sparks appear on my hand, and I say, "Get ready for a bad hair day!" And I try and use shocking grasp on her.
All right, go ahead.
And it's covered in
Don't you have to
style.
cast banishment?
Oh, you do, actually. Banishment is your bread and butter right now.
Okay, I'll do it then. I will do it on the crocodile.
Okay.
The crocodile.
Unless someone stops me, charisma saving throw.
All right, no one seems to stop you.
DC 15 at this point.
All right, no, the crocodile
Yes.
vanishes.
Nice.
For a minute. Cool.
Well, the spell will be over by then.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, holding yourself ready for that, you were just like, this is the best plan ever! And you banish the crocodile as it pops out of existence.
Nice. Good job, puppy.
That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to let her attack me.
Okay.
Oh, let her attack me. Yeah, I'm going to say split.
She has no reaction. She's already... Well, yeah, she counterspelled last turn, so she does not.
She had her turn since then.
Oh.
She did,
Dang it.
but yeah. But they didn't counterspell that one.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So, Valindra.
I wonder if they have their coven thing since one of them's on a different plane.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's time for the bells again.
Okay. Oh, actually, she does get magic resistance. 16 wouldn't do it, though. 17 is your DC,
She was
right?
a giant crocodile.
No, 16 would save.
She is, well, you see, she is a giant crocodile, but it's one of those things where I'm not sure if you still retain your,
It's not the same as polymorph.
Not
You get the actual statistics.
Okay.
Yeah, pilot
All right, so then know that
changed into it.
She's gone. She's gone. All right, wisdom save for Toll the Dead. On the creature, she just goes
It should
ahead.
be a 16 save.
All right, so she does it. Nope, she does not succeed. She takes the full 8
Nice.
necrotic damage along with your hex. What is that? Another 2 on top. Nice. She looks really
Just gotta
hurt.
kill one of them. But it's her turn!
All right.
Ah, crap.
Maybe.
Okay, you guys good? No, bonus action for Valindra?
I'm gonna bonus action second wind, get some hit points.
Ooh, all right. Healy up a bit. And you get full,
Yes.
because Winnie is still just sneaking around in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
go
a sneaky
Winnie.
boy.
Winnie's good.
He's
All
the
right.
cutest. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Her being surrounded, she doesn't like this too much. So she did see that Smokey did that, so she's going to just focus between Smokey and Valindra, and she's going to start to weave her hands around as you see lightning begin to crackle across her fingertips, and she focuses it on you. And
Let's try to counterspell.
all right, as you counterspell at 3rd level, go ahead and make for me your Constitution saving throw, your concentration check.
For the love of God, can I roll above a 4?
You are fine. 10 is your number. So you are
Okay,
able
and
to
it's a-
counterspell.
Okay, it's 4th level because that's all I have.
All right, but that's easy enough to do it as she just tries to, and you see it just fizzle out. And she just looks at you. Ah! Sisters! As she looks around for help. The other one is completely gone. However, the other one who held its action comes out of the ethereal plane. As you see her emerge from there. And you see her just begin to focus as her own magic comes out at the start of her turn, and she slowly pulls it up, and you see instead a larger lightning bolt come out of her hands. And it goes and it arcs and fires towards Smokey.
Oh!
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I bodyguard jump in front of him?
I
mean-
mean, it would go right through you at that point. It would just kind of
It's a lightning bolt.
like a lightning bolt.
I can't, because I do have the. Never mind.
All right.
15.
I believe that saves. Let me double check. Because the
So I do have protection as like my fighter thing. Does that?
It's only attacks.
I think is it a melee attack?
Yeah, it's
an
only
attack
attack.
of weapons.
Okay. All right. So it's
I
12
didn't
plus
know
their.
if it would allow for like advantage.
Let's see. Their DC is 15. You just succeed. So you are
Hey,
fine.
succeeded at something.
So you only take half of the damage. All right.
Okay.
You take half of 27, so that's 13. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw to hold the banishment spell.
Unless it's all consumed by your abjuration word, anyway.
Right. You are
No,
fine.
that got taken away by a firewall.
You are fine. You maintain the banishment as she just tries to get you off your game, but you don't seem to be able to be thrown that easily. And she looks around trying to find the little Kenku as she walks and spots you. and
Well,
goes,
he ain't little.
There you are. And goes towards you. Plump little birdie, all for me.
Nice, you've pulled.
It's just fucking rude!
It is your turn, Varkash.
Well, I don't really want to get in between two lovers on their first date, so I'm going to continue facing this one. And I'm
Alright.
going to attempt to grab her.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to grab her. But before I do, I'm going to bonus action Healing Word, level 1. Wait, is Valindra or Smokey the worst of the two? I can't really remember.
Valindra.
I will Healing Word Valindra at level 2.
Alright, she heals her full because she does have Winnie nearby. Luckily for her, as an
Hooray.
undying warlock, she's able to gain the benefits of that. Lucky her.
12.
Yeah, 12 hit points, all to you.
12 hit points.
You nearly rolled max at that, but yeah.
I know, right? And then I will attempt to grapple her.
Alright, go ahead and make your grapple attack. That is your...
Athletics or...
Yes, athletics. And she will try to not get grappled with a 9. No, so you are able to hug her tight. She is stuck in your grasp.
I'm going to have a multitude of nicknames. It's going to be Best Blue and The Vice.
The Vice, yeah.
Alright, and so yeah, Rook, we start with you.
Alright, take a 5-foot step this way.
Okay.
Shoot at the same hag with the crossbow again.
Okay.
Miss horribly.
That misses sadly as you try to get away from the other hag who's trying to grab at you, her clawed fingers just trying to reach and pull you in, wanting the bird for herself.
And I will bonus action disengage in order to step here and then there. And end turn.
Alright, so you will take an opportunity attack from her. Oh no, disengage. Disengaged. You're safe. Safe. Smokey.
Pain.
Smokey's gonna do a shocking grasp on this hag.
Okay.
Would that hit me too?
So,
That hits.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15!
Ooh, that is good. That is nice damage as you grip her and suddenly send as much energy as you can as she just goes and just completely becomes fried as her hair sticks up on ends. She looks really hurt.
Good.
Alright, I don't have anything else. I'm gonna stay where I am. She has no reactions.
No reactions now. Valindra.
Finish her.
She has no reactions?
No reactions.
Just shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp takes away a person's reactions.
Taser.
Well, then I'm...
One of my favorite cantrips.
Stop resisting!
All right,
Say
you
it.
step away, using this time to get yourself
Oh,
some
I could have
distance.
moved away.
God damn it.
It's okay.
Dead.
Okay.
Nice
Actually,
damage.
yeah.
Yeah, told it did. All right, so
I'm a toll in it.
she rolls a 12. No.
Oh,
So you do
Nice
17 damage as you suddenly focus it out. Oh, yes, the hex too. Okay, all right. So as you bring it out and the hex
Yeah.
starts to bleed into her, you see her just kind of go, and she just suddenly breaks in herself and just crumples to the floor, motionless.
Ah.
I'm holding
Next!
her, but still, she's my arm.
And then
Nice.
I will actually... I'm going to bonus action move Hex over. And I will action surge attack her
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
with... She has not been hit yet, has she?
Doesn't seem to be.
Quick,
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna have Winnie come up behind her and take an 8 action so I get it with advantage.
Okay.
19 and natural 20, boys.
Okay.
nice.
So Winnie
So-
coming from behind as he ducks and darts around and tries to get her attention, and she looks to see the creature without seeing the bolt. Double blast her, and she takes the full oohoo. That is 24.
I did get one more hex on that too, because it's two
Nice.
separate
Yep,
hits.
2
Yeah, and
bolts.
is that hex doubled because it's a
Yes.
crit?
It is. So another
Roll
4
dice.
on top. Unless you wanted to roll it again. I can double it or roll. You can re-roll. It's up to you.
I'll roll it again.
Okay.
Oh gosh, not till touch.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
An additional 4 on top of it. Nice. Alright. She is peppered from all angles with that, and she doesn't look happy. Alright. She looks around as she sees her sister lying there, but she looks over at the rest of you and isn't sure what to do, so instead she tries to think, looks at Smokey, and just slowly begins to weave her hands left and right, as she begins to create some kind of spell. It's up to you if you want to counter it.
She's by herself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use counter spell.
All right, so go ahead and roll for me your concentration check.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so you are able to focus this now. What level are you casting this at?
4th.
All right, so I need you to make a intelligence check for me.
Okay. So I get a +3 at this point. So because I'm level 9 instead of 10.
Oh,
19.
that is fine. So, as you see her begin to form this spell, aim towards you, you suddenly fizzle it out, and she just looks at you. She just begins to bare her teeth at you. And you see her just, like, bearing down on you, the wrath that she can. It is now, Varkesh's turn.
Is it? Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to go run. Dink, right over here. Big hugs. And just grapple her.
Okay.
And then I will bonus healing word Smoky at level 2.
I'll take it.
Okay. So that one you will have to roll for because he does not have the boon that Valindra has. And you will go ahead and make your athletics check to grapple the new hag, as now the previous one has fallen. Alright, 7 hit points are returned to you, Smokey.
Take it.
Alright, the hag rolls a... What does she roll?
Ooh, she's good.
Ooh, so you try to get in there, but the fury and wrath that she has from seeing her sister die, she just shrugs you off as you're unable to restrain her.
Old lady strength. Don't underestimate it.
It's your turn.
Alright. I'll step in, get advantage on the attack, the crossbow expert, and shoot at her with the crossbow as well.
Alright, go right ahead.
17 to hit.
It hits.
For
17.
total of
Nice.
22.
Not bad.
I'll bonus action disengage and take a step back.
As you just fire a bolt right up into her, you see her just kind of grab it as it goes into her stomach. As she looks at it, tries to grip and pull the bolt out as the venom just seeps into her skin. Alright, that's it. Smokey.
Alright, Smokey's gonna take the plates where Rook left and do a shocking grasp at advantage.
Okay, everyone taking their turn.
Yeah. 20.
That hits.
For 3!
Alright, a little 3 zap as you just kind of do like a quick little tag. And then you run away.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna leave it open, but I'm gonna stay next to her.
Oh, alright, okay. Valindra.
I'm gonna... They have magic resistance, right? So they get advantage on that.
You wouldn't know that, but...
You notice she's a little bit more resilient to spells.
AJ had mentioned that this fight.
Yeah.
Already, so I'm assuming Valindra may have picked up on it. I will have Winnie use the 8 action again, and I'm going to try to... 21 and 27.
And that hits. Okay. 1.
Oh,
and 1.
My God.
Please roll your double hex for me.
Roll
2 and 6. Alright. The total of 10
again.
damage. Not bad, sadly. I mean, 10 damage still.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty good, though, 10 damage. Not too bad, but yeah. As you...
That is the last time I'm using Eldritch Blast. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Alright. You see the hag looking around, looking at you, Smokey, and looking for her other sister. She doesn't see her, so she just... starts to evaporate, and her eyes remain as these glowing orbs before she disappears into the ethereal plane.
Opportunity attacks?
It's just like Misty Step. It just...
Okay.
Just as it was my turn.
And it is your turn, Varkesh.
Damn it.
Smokey, how many rounds has it been for banishment?
I believe we're at 4.
Alright.
Well, while we're standing here, we're doing fuck all now, apparently. Who needs some healing?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm pretty okay.
I'm a little hurt, but I'm not terrible.
Okie dokie.
What about that aura thing you do? The beacon.
The bacon of hope?
Yeah, that.
I think we should all group up where that alligator disappeared and prepare to attack.
I mean, I can have it come back anytime you want to.
That's actually probably a good plan. So I'm going to Beacon of Hope, everyone first.
Okay, so that is your action, Beacon of Hoping. All right.
I'm gonna hold my action to do Toll the Dead when.
Okay, when something appears.
Is my hex still on her?
It is.
I think it would be.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I Beacon of Hope right there, so it hits everyone in 30 feet, and then I'll move just right there, so that means I'll move my full 30 feet.
Okay.
Are we doing? Do you want to do this by turn, AJ, or just kind of?
Oh no, yeah, we're going with turns. This is turns. Yeah, so Varkesh does his thing. Rook is preparing himself.
Yep, I will go ahead and just step right on over to about here and watch the approximate area where the crocodile disappeared, which was around here-ish.
Okay.
And get ready to take a shot at the crossbow as soon as it winks back into existence.
Okay. All right. Valindra.
Oh, what about me?
Smokey and Valindra. Yeah. What are you both doing?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move my extra 30 feet for my cat. Well, it's a tabaxi thing. Do I have my tabaxi seed? I'm a dog.
Probably not as much, no.
All right, I'll move over here then. And then I will hold a produce flame, and when Valindra gives the nod, I'm going to drop concentration.
Okay. Valindra.
When I give the nod?
So go ahead.
Oh, like whenever I'm ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to prepare to cast...
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Okay.
And I will nod to Smokey.
Okay, I drop concentration on the banishment.
Okay. All right. So you do it... Oh, so you're doing it a little early. Okay. So Varkesh doesn't get a time to heal anyone. He's just holding the Beacon of Hope at this point.
No, I've already done it on my turn.
Yeah, you did on your turn. Yeah, you're just not like...
No one is healed. No.
Yeah, you're not just going into full heal mode. That's fine. All right. So you drop it as suddenly from out of nowhere a crocodile appears, and you all just use your reaction to release the attack.
Yeah.
Turn in it.
That hits.
Okay, and I don't get sneak attack on this one, unfortunately. But I do get the poison for an additional 4.
Alright, and then it makes a wisdom saving throw against the Toll the Dead. Does not succeed. And since you would... I basically imagined the release actions would happen in order, so it'd be Rook, Smokey, Valindra, so you would get the bonus with its having damage done to it. 15... It does hit. 15 hits, so you do 12 fire damage. Is that max? No, it's not max. It's
not quite.
No, not quite, but still good. Still very good.
It's
so 12 plus the initial 4 and 7 from Rook. That's going to be 23 plus the 14 equals 37 points.
37.
Yeah, as you all held your actions and did 37 to it as it rematerialized on its turn. Now, after releasing the attack, the creature just turns around, a little surprised, but not going to be, taken away, and just goes and moves forward in a quick motion, going towards first Rook and taking a bite attack at Rook.
Well, that's not very nice.
So it goes in.
You just look so tasty.
Natural 1.
A little bit.
But as it does, then its tail swings around and it boom, smacks into Varkesh. 24.
That's mean. That's a fucking mean little
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Handbag.
Saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
7.
All right, you succeed. You are not knocked prone as the creature's tail boom, slams into you. You just kind of take it for a moment, but you don't fall off. At that time, you see the creature returning from the material plane. Sorry, returning from.
Do I take?
You do take damage. You do take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and then I have to roll a con check.
Yes.
Yes, for Bacon of Hope.
I think you're a warcaster, aren't you?
Indeed I am.
Yeah.
Alright, so you do get the advantage on this. Alright, so you roll. Okay, so
failed me.
you try,
God.
and the one time the save doesn't hold, your spell drops, as you just didn't expect the tail.
I'm gonna pull that tail off that
And you
fucker.
just kind of go, I should never have underestimated the tail. I should know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Tail
the
is
other-
king.
The other one returns from the other plane as she comes back into this space, looks around, sees Smokey, and she just begins to whisper some spell towards you as she releases it at you.
I got no reactions.
That's right, you all released it, so I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Come on, you got this.
Alright, you're fine.
21.
You are fine. You don't feel the effects of this begin to try to tighten your muscles and freeze you into place. You just push it off. You are not held. No hold person for you,
Nice.
Varkesh.
Alright. Fuck
Okay.
this Nile crocodile. I'm going to dispel
Oh,
it.
there she is.
Alright. Go ahead and roll. What level are you casting it at?
I think I've got 1 4th level left.
You gonna do 4th level?
Yep.
Alright, as you cast it at 4th level, the creature just disappears and returns to the form of a hag.
Aha! Yes.
As she
No more tail. Where is she?
rematerializes right there.
Fuck you, bitch! You're gonna die.
Alright. And
I will move in close to give Rook advantage.
okay. Alright, trying to be the whole look at me, distraction for the hag. Rook.
Look at me, I'm able to
Alrighty, so I'm going to take this very generous gift from Barkesh and take a shot. 21 to hit.
Oh,
Ooh. Alright, well, that hits,
Thank
thankfully.
you, Barkesh.
Thank God for Varkesh in that one. Alright.
Yes.
Yep.
24 points of damage with your poison. Additional 6, 30.
30.
Nice. You sink a bolt right into her back as she just kind of arches back, and you see it just jab into there. Any
And I
other?
will also go ahead and
laugh at her.
thought about it honestly, but no. I will.
And when he laughed, his belly.
I will just move up to here and end my turn at that point.
Okay. All right.
Well, no, I'll insightful fighting. It's free to do, might as well.
Oh, sure. All right. Go ahead. Make your little insight check.
I rolled pretty low. She's got some chance.
No, she
Nope.
she looks like the flesh is weak. If you keep attacking that, she looks to be pretty weak in the
You're
sides.
just
And the...
willing.
That'll end my turn.
All right. Smokey.
so if I kept track, this one is the leader.
She was the one that seemed to be the more leader-esque of the three.
I would have loved to have my speed, but since I don't, I will move up to here, and I'm going to try a shocking grasp with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Shocking grasp!
That misses sadly. As you
Oh,
try to
no.
grab onto her, she just turns around as Rook has moved out of the way, and she sees you coming and moves and sidesteps away from the hand.
That's another nat 1 and a 5 situation. That's 2 in a row. Well, not in a row, but
Do you wish
close
to move, or are you staying there?
No.
All right.
Smokey gives it all. Oh!
No. Valindra! Save them, Valindra!
I'm gonna toll the dead, the one I have hexed.
Okay, the one in the back. All right. She makes her wisdom
Yeah.
save. Nope, she fails.
Yes.
So she takes the full 20 damage.
20 points of
Ooh,
damage.
it is nice. As you see it just boom, radiate towards her, and she just kind of goes, ah! She grabs her head as she just feels the tension just begin to pressure her, and she's now just hunched over, holding herself tight from this assault. But yeah, would you wish to move?
I'm pretty comfortable where I am.
Okay, all right. You're pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfy's good.
I'm pretty comfortable.
All right.
Comfy's good.
Comfy's good. All right.
The spot of dirt is nice.
So, the hag right there, she just looks at all of you and once more just kind of begins to slowly go, and whispers a spell underneath her as she tries to cast again. Anyone wish to do anything to her?
We
All right.
have nothing.
Okay, as she finishes off the last 4th level, she expands into a large crocodile once more.
Ugh!
No.
This
This hoe.
This hobo.
Alright, and she is back at full health with the crocodiles. Alright, and then the other one in the back is looking at you all, and you see her move down to here as she aims her line towards Varkesh and Rook, and she brings out another ball of lightning.
Oh no!
As she then shoots it out towards both of you to please make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god,
This is okay.
26.
One has evasion, the other's a blue dragon.
Alright, so you take a no damage, Rook. Varkesh, you will be taking half the damage.
Yeah.
You will take 15 damage, Varkesh, as the lightning bolt shoots across. Lucky for you, the large lard-like Rook is still able to be evasive enough to avoid the sudden, shot. But
Thank you, my
Varkesh takes the full.
spongy conductor.
I just imagine Rook, if you guys remember that Disney Channel show back in the 90s, Gummy Bears, where they just sort of bounce off of surfaces?
Yes.
That's evasion.
I kind of imagine his head ducking down into a bulbous ball of fat type situation.
I know what you're talking about. Magic and mystery is part of their history, and so is the secret of gummy berry juice. So yeah, that's fine. All right, Varkesh. Yeah. Varkesh, what you doing?
I don't appreciate that, so I'm going to hold on to my amulet, and I'm going to point a finger right at the bitch that just shot me, and go, ow, take that back, and I'm going to cast Flame Strike right on top of her.
All right. What level is that?
That's a 5th level.
Okay, so she's going to try and counterspell it, but she doesn't have the slots above it, so she's going to have to roll. Here she goes. And she tries to counter your spell, hopefully to stop it from hitting her. As she does, she just...
She has disadvantage on it from Hex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
That's an 8.
Yes, it is a charisma check. Yes, so that is an 8. So she feels confident, and suddenly the hex just starts to drain it away, and the sudden surge of counterspell just disintegrates, and she looks at it in disbelief as a flame strike just shoots up from the ground and completely envelops her as she just goes, yeah! As she is now completely surrounded by fire. Alright.
And radiant damage. That's actually quite weak, surprisingly.
Not great.
Damage.
Okay, so she only
That was a
takes half.
complete waste of a 5th level.
So she takes
half?
so it's 6 and 5.
Oh,
11
yeah, she gets dex save.
So she takes 11.
That is the biggest waste of a 5th level spell I've ever
Oh,
fucking
actually,
done.
no, I'm sorry. It's not 11. Alright.
This is
less.
23, halved.
Nope. It's something else. It's something else.
She's weak to Radiant, most likely.
Nope.
What?
Fire is probably resistant. She a hell babe.
Fire and Radiant are two of the most common weaknesses in the game, so.
She's not an undead. Anywho.
What is it?
You'll know later. She doesn't look as hurt as you thought she might be. That's okay.
Well, no fun.
Alright.
Well, that's the way. I should have just fucking animate objects and just shanked them.
My beads are on the ground and everything.
No.
Is that it?
And then I'm just gonna. You know what? No, she ain't getting away with that. I'm going to fucking spirit weapon level 2 right behind her.
Okay, with the feet allowing
26.
you to do that. Okay, that hits. As you do that, go ahead and roll for damage.
Insult to injury. Just this big platinum ghostly claw just comes out and rakes her across her ass, like whipping her like a spiritual towel. Just like, take that.
All right, as you shoot out this spirit weapon. All right.
Really cannot believe that.
And now I want to play some sort of jock cleric whose spiritual weapon is a towel, who just like
Maybe.
gets people.
The jock cleric.
Okay.
All right. Nice. 8 force. That she does. All right. As you just rake it across her back, suddenly, her not realizing it would appear behind her. What is the range actually by the way? It's 60 feet. All right, so you're fine.
60 feet.
Yeah, you're way in range. Okay. All right. Rook! Rook, what you gonna do?
I'll take a regular shot at the bit. Well, insightful fighting the giant crab this time around first.
All right, the crocodile. All right, you get the sense that the underbelly is the weakest point. Perhaps if you aim under the jaw.
So reach low, aim up, and try to fire up into the jaw.
Okay.
It's
We'll get
25 to
hits.
hit.
Yeah.
For
All right.
Spiritual
Oh, 28 points of
one-
damage.
28. Yep.
You know, if I had summon the spiritual ally thing that clerics get later on, I would so have summoned Steve Irwin to take on this crocodile. Hands down, to just destroy it.
That'd be so good.
All right,
That'd be
with
pretty
your
good.
bonus action and main action used, do you wish to move anywhere?
Nope. I will just. Well, actually, you know what? Being that the hag did that earlier, I will. I'll move right here and end my turn.
Okay, as you go ahead and get yourself into position, Smokey, what do you want to do?
Smokey's gonna try and shock and grasp of this croc
All right,
with advantage.
Do it.
Because Barkesh. 19.
that hits.
Yeah. 9. Like
9, nice, 9 points of lightning damage as you just see it just arc across the scales of the crocodile as it just groans out in pain.
Yep, so as I let go of its little claw wrist, I'm going to run away and get on the opposite side of this last tag.
Okay,
That'll end my turn.
all right, Valindra.
Oh, you know. It's time for those bells again.
Well, who are they going to?
The one I'm hexed.
All right, the one with advantage. All right, she rolls a 16. Nope, not enough. She takes 18 damage. Ooh. Ooh, that
Kayla, it's -1.
that hurts her a lot. She looks really hurt.
That's true.
I think Kayla she saves because Kayla's DC is down 1 because of the curse.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so 16. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, she's back
No,
up. All
you're not.
right. Yankee dukes. This is just played out in Valindra's mind. She's like, yes, it's gonna be. Damn it! If
Yeah,
only dreams.
That's story of
were
my
true.
life.
But
Her
yeah.
patron kind of looked in at that moment, was like, "Oh, what the fuck!" and completely fucks up the shot.
As Smokey moves away, the other tasty morsel is right in reach for the crocodile, and it swings itself around in a 360 turn and tries to tail swipe Rook. So Rook.
All right.
The first one is going to 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, make a strength saving throw.
Bad.
All
I'm
right,
prone.
sadly, you are knocked prone as you take the first 14 damage. And now that you are on the ground, the creature looms over you as its mouth comes out.
Man, candy dodged it though.
All right, you take 7, but the bite gets advantage, and the bite is going to try and bite onto you. 25.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, and you are grappled
Ooh.
as you take 11 piercing damage on top. And it has Rook in its grasp. And you see it take Rook slowly, moving at half speed to here, to go away with the bird. Varkesh, you get an attack of opportunity.
You can do a spell.
I will, and I'll use a melee spell. I will use my inflict woundies.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a level. Fuck it, I'm gonna take a big shot and do it at level 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Does he have flanking with Rook?
Rook is grappled and kind of not a threat right now. So-
Okay. Come on.
Come on,
Like, but I know when it.
Big blue.
Nope, worse. Well, that's
Okay,
the
well,
damage.
that's
Oh, yeah,
cure
where's the
wounds. That's not an attack roll. That's cure wounds.
No, the spell completely didn't. Anyway, no, that's fine.
You cast cure wounds, not inflict wounds. That's why.
I wasn't looking.
Hey!
That hits.
That's better.
Seven.
That hits.
Aha!
Ooh, 29. Okay, yeah. So as you reach out and grab the creature, you grab onto the tail, and as you do, you see the flesh begin to decay as the entire end of it just falls off. The nub of the tail is now just like a tiny little shrivel of what it once was.
Nice. No more tail attacks.
Oh.
Yeah, good job.
And I will. No, wait, that was a reaction.
That was a
So
reaction.
never mind. Yeah, it's fine.
So,
Alright,
Smokey,
I've got
as you get up to the other witch, she looks at you and she looks at everything and she just seems to speak something slightly in this weird tongue. As she says that, Rook, you know what she says.
Oh boy.
She says.
Wait, I did too. I speak Infernal.
Can you read all languages? But can you?
I can speak Infernal.
Okay, all right. So you know the language. All right. So
yeah.
Both of you know that she does seem to say, "Sister, we must flee at once." And you see that as she says that, she disappears into the ethereal plane.
Son of a bitch.
They're running.
Of course they are.
Varkesh, it's your turn.
I am going to go over and tickle this crocodile with something painful, I hope. Okay. Alright. Okay. Shit. Fifth's gone. All my fourths. Got 1/3 level left. Screw it. I'm going to use inflict wounds at level 1. Or can I actually assist Rook? Actually, I'm going to go over to Rook's mouth area. Actually, no,
use it to
flank.
help him get out? Oh, okay. You're just going to give him advantage.
Going to
on
do
his
it via
attacks.
the flank. Well, I want to help him give him advantage getting out of the damn thing.
If you want to give him
Can
advantage, you would
actually
use.
try to get him out?
If you want to give him
So I'm
advantage
going to go
on
over to the face.
Yeah, so you use your action to do the help action.
Yes, and I will do that.
All right. Rook, you have advantage to escape the grapple.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
16.
You break free
Cool.
as you just wiggle your fat little self out and just pop out.
Glorious. And I'll bonus action disengage to run my 15 feet and then turn.
All right.
Right. You weak motherfucking primitive version of me.
Okay. Smokey.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't get around. I'll put myself between it and Rook, and I'll do just a regular shocking grasp, not advantage.
All right.
That's 16?
16 hits.
Yeah! 12!
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you once more send the electric bolts across the skin of this crocodile and just zaps it. It looks to be pretty hurt.
And I'm just going to move a little bit further away so there's no temptation. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
So... Oh, I can't. Never mind. I'm just gonna toll the dead.
Okay. Ooh, alright. So let's see if she fails. The wisdom saving throw. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Takes the full 12 damage, and as you see her move into this crocodile form, suddenly it shrinks down back into a hag.
Yes.
You're looking a bit haggard.
And I guess that's my turn, because I don't really have any bonus actions.
Alright, you're not going to move or anything.
No.
Okay, that's
She's
fine.
comfortable in that time.
You don't have to. You don't have to move. All right. You see this witch looking around, and she just starts to dart in this direction. You
Is she going
can.
for the sister?
She's going
Oh, no.
in towards the stairs as she is moving with as much speed as she can.
Disengage,
She did not disengage.
and I get an attack of opportunity, and I shall do it with a spell, and the spell will be inflict wounds at level 1.
Okay,
Come on, Scott.
Scrape that barrel.
that misses sadly.
Oh, bollocks.
So you try to, but she just quickly pulls her hand out of the way, so you just grab onto nothing instead. And you see her as she gets around the corner. She uses her action to dash. And she just continues to bolt up and away.
Damn.
She is fleeing as far as she can. Okay, Varkesh, it is your turn.
Can I maybe deduce that we might not be able to catch up with these two?
She moves as fast as you do.
You know what?
Like a big shot to the ethereal plane.
20, 20. Would I be able to see her from there?
At the moment, you don't see her from where you're at.
Shit. Well, that was my 5-foot movement, so I cannot technically hit her then.
No, but you could dash
No.
to catch up with her, and you can then do the whole holding a reaction to kind of get her when she tries to run away again.
10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll try and run up to her and do that then.
Yeah, you run after her, full chase, as you book it.
Full on train.
Alright, Rook. Varkesh darts away.
It's time for the pathetic waddle. Regular movement, action dash.
Alright.
Alright, and they're within range. I'm going to go ahead and from this point, take a shot at the hag with my envenomed hand crossbow.
Alright, so you're going to use your bonus action to dash.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright.
23.
Alright, that will hit.
Hey.
Yep. That's going to be 5 plus 13, 18
20.
Piercing and
25.
7 poison.
Yeah, 25
Yep.
total.
Ooh, lots of ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I rolled very, very poorly
you-
on the damage there.
You send one of your crossbow bolts straight towards her as you see her stumble goes as she moves around. Varkesh, you see an arrow just suddenly embed into her shoulder as she was just like a slightly bit higher up on the elevation of the stair. Rook behind you as he's just going.
Breathe, breathe. It's
Smokey,
okay.
it's your turn.
Heavier!
So I really don't have my agility.
Sadly, no.
That's really too bad. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to cast Alter Self, and I'm going to turn myself back into my normal form.
Okay, all right. You alter yourself back into Tabaxi form.
And I'm going to move 120. That's my action, so I can move. I'm going to move the. I'll move 60.
Okay.
So 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. And I'll mark out that spell slot and end my turn.
All right. So, as you actually, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me to make sure you want to cast the spell?
That's fair. Constitution saving throw.
You're fine. You're able
Yeah.
to push through a bit of that, indecisive nature that would mostly keep you from casting the spells you want. You are okay. Valindra.
Alright. As half wood elf, I can move 35 feet, so I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, and then dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35.
Yeah.
All right. As you all give chase to this hag as she is moving and just trying to get away from all of you, but you see that she watches you all begin to kind of close in on her. She looks a little angered, she's a little scared and just a little peeved, but she's going to try. She's going to move without taking the no disengage. So, Varkesh, you can do a reaction.
So that'd be
Yeah.
Yep, athletics.
You're going to try to grapple her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and try to grapple her.
19.
All right. She rolled a natural 20.
Motherfucker.
So
Jesus
she
fucking Christ.
slips out as you try to get that. And the desperation of life and death just makes her move with efficiency and speed as she marks around the corner, gets over there, and you just hear the sound of her doing something. You don't know what it is, but she seems to be clattering her way and making some kind of motion as you hear an incantation and some kind of this weird tearing motion.
I hate hags.
That is your turn, Varkesh.
5, 10, ooh, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm going to be right behind her. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. All
And
right.
I'm going to use my action to just grapple the shit out of her.
As you come around the corner, you see what she has in her hand is a very familiar cloak. And she seems to be doing something to it as she is now taking it, and you see her grabbing what appears to be one of the other magic objects. It looks to be the slight little choking powder as she's trying to put it in together. You make a grapple, go ahead.
Okay, I mean, shit. 20. She gets a nat 20 again, I'm going to freak my shit.
No, she rolls a nat 1. So no, you effectively grapple her as she just looks down at you as she's just using her action to do this. She's holding it, she's waiting. You see her doing something, she's looking for the right moment. You don't know what it is. But it is now Rook's turn.
Alright, I will bonus action dash to get my full 30 foot here. Hey, that's my cloak! And shoot at her.
Okay,
Well,
go ahead and fire.
I don't know how fat you are, it's more of a bib.
Rolling like shit.
Oh,
And turn.
It misses. Varkesh is slightly in the way as she's now kind of being grappled by him, and she's just using him as cover, which makes you force them to miss the shot to avoid hurting your ally.
My fault. DM said that. I didn't do it.
So, what do you want to do? Bonus action.
That is my bonus action to dash.
Oh, all right. Smokey.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that okay?
You are climbing on top of the table and bits, but yeah, you can do that. You can just, like, push yourself up.
Okay. God, I'm out of offense. All of our cantrips. That won't work. That won't work. That won't work. Yeah, I'll do a shocking grasp on her.
All right, go right ahead.
9!
That misses, sadly, as you try to... She's doing her best to just keep out of your reach. Moving, ducking,
No,
dodging.
20.
She's trying. She's holding on. Valindra!
5. Oh, I can just barely get to the corner to where I can see her.
All
And
right.
I'm just gonna toll the dead again.
Okay, as you do that and you get around the corner, you see her look and she just begins to then release her held action. But as this is basically during the same time, so go ahead and do your Toll the Dead, as she will make the wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Alright, so she rolls a... Roll 20, don't lag on me. Oh no, roll 20. Okay, she rolled an 18. Alright,
Roll the save.
so she
So
saves.
for Winnie's turn, can Winnie try to grab Rook's cloak?
I mean, Winnie would probably be dashing around as well if you told him to kind of keep pace with her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just more of like a little kind of like growling,
Yeah.
tugging kind of
I
toy
mean,
motion.
like bite her hand to try to get him to try to get her to let it go.
You can make an attack with Winnie.
Players aren't able to make attacks.
They're not able to
No.
make attacks?
No.
Sorry. Well,
Well, then I can't do that.
Winnie
mean,
could be.
it is a Warlock's one, and I can't remember if they can do that.
Winnie is already special.
I don't believe so.
Because I know they're
find
special, because
out.
I know, like, imps can do things. Let's just quickly check, because I Pack of the Chain ones are a little different.
If not, that's okay. I just want to try to save
It might also be
Rook's
an
cloak.
invocation. Let's double check real quick. Alright. Pact of the Chain. Additionally, when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your own attacks to allow the familiar to use its reaction to make one attack of its own.
It requires you to forego an attack.
But you would have to forego an
Yeah,
attack.
I already attacked.
So, would you like to forego the attack?
She told the dead.
I know.
Yeah, I feel
Alright.
like since I already rolled it, then I
For-
can't. But I would have rather saved the cloak than try to attack
That's fine.
her.
For future cases, that's okay. You see her as she does this, she begins to take it, and you notice that as she's doing this, she begins to imbue the cloak, and she begins to take the sneezing powder. Since the invisible powder's gone, she can only do this one. So she's going to start to weave it around, and you see that the cloak begins to start to pull in, and as she does, she flicks it around and then puts it on her as she does this, but the entire thing makes a dust cloud around every single one of you. I need you all to make, I believe it is a Constitution saving throw for this one.
Yep.
Son, you
17.
guys, I have a +6. I have a +6 to Constitution saving rolls, and I have failed almost every single one of them.
Alright, so, yeah, alright, so, Smokey, you just passed. Valindra, sadly, you do not. Rook, Varkesh, you do not pass. So Rook and Smokey are the only ones who succeed. As the dust is just coating the air, you then kind of watch as they kind of cough a little bit. But you kind of hold your breath and keep yourself ready and waiting as Rook also does the same thing, trying to keep it from actually hurting you. You are both incapacitated and suffocating. You are incapacitated and suffocating.
So because Varkesh is already grappling her, though...
No, he's considered incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, incapacitated. Okay.
Yep, so you are both also suffocating, which I believe is based on your Constitution modifiers?
Yep.
So let's see. So you can hold your breath equal to a number of minutes of 1 plus your modifier, minimum of 30 seconds. Alright. So you guys you're choking now, though. And you're finding it hard to breathe. And as she does that, you see her take the cloak, looks at all of you to see who's hurt and who's not. Seeing that both of them are incapacitated, she moves around, willing to take the opportunity attack from you, Smokey, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not Warcaster, so it has to be my trusty dagger.
All right, you daggered.
Wait. That hits.
That hits. Sorry,
You're
what, Varkesh? You're incapacitated.
Incapacitated?
Yeah.
No, that's Valindra.
Anyway, go ahead and roll your damage.
Max damage.
Nice. 8 damage. As you just quickly jab it in, but you see her move away, as it doesn't do as much as you hope it would.
Oh, yeah.
But yes.
God
As she gets over to this location, you see her looking around at everyone. She's gonna... it's either Rook or
Should be
Smokey.
stopped by her own rewards in this case.
That's what I'm thinking.
She should be.
She's not looking like she's leaving. She looks like she was trying to do something to infuse and make it more of a burst. Alright, she's going to go ahead and, yeah. She's going to try it. She's going to do a lightning bolt towards Smokey. So,
Well, I don't think it can kill me.
so she shoots it at you. I think she'll be... Well, she can aim for Varkesh and Smokey at the same time, so she'll do that.
Yeah.
So you see this bolt come out. Varkesh, you're incapacitated. I think you fail all saving throws?
Yeah, but
Can't take an action or reaction. Doesn't mean it fails, though.
Okay, yeah. So you can definitely still dodge. So go ahead and make your dex save.
yeah.
All right.
We will take half, I think.
Thank God I'm a blue dragonborn.
Double checking. Yes, you both take half. So,
Alright.
see here, you take half of 34, which is going to be 16 damage.
17.
17? Oh, that's right. It's an even number. Yep. 17. So yeah. Varkesh, you are incapacitated. At the end of your turn, make another Constitution saving throw. You are still currently coughing and wheezing. The dust is still choking your lungs. Rook.
That's me.
It is.
I'm going to move my 15 feet, post myself here, and try to insightful fighting her.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Real low today. Holy shit. It's
Alright.
a 15.
Well, I mean, it's still a good chance. She rolls a 21.
Yep.
So sadly, you can't see anything. You just see her just kind of wrapping the cloak around her, trying to use it as a bit of like a protection.
Well, I'll still take my shot.
All right.
And miss horribly.
Oh, okay.
It'll be the end of my turn.
All right. I apologize for Roll20 being a little laggy, but yes. So at the moment, we go to Smokey.
Smokey's gonna come up behind her, and he's gonna try to grapple her.
Oh, all right.
Smokey's gonna try.
Go on, Smokey.
Alright, so it has to be athletics, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Here we go. That's it.
Okay.
Try it, buddy. Try.
Okay. I'm a little lagged, so I can't see what the roll was. How bad was it? Oh
It's a
no!
natural one.
Oh,
A grapple
no.
attempt is a special attack, so technically you'd have advantage on it from play.
I mean,
That's true.
You would get advantage. It is a form of attack.
okay,
Come
can't
on,
get worse.
Smokey.
If it
Can't
gets
get
Come on,
worse.
Smokey.
that's 20.
Oh.
A 12. All right. Sadly, with her 14, she beats you, and you just are unable to get a good grip on her. Oh, close. Sorry.
I'm trying. I'm
Valindra,
trying, guys.
Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Did Varkesh succeed?
No, he did not. Sadly.
Yeah, I know.
Come
The
on.
vice is probably rusted shut.
All right. What'd you get?
Taylor, are you there?
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw.
Oh, I make one at the beginning of my turn?
That's at the end of your turn.
The end.
Oh, that's right, because I fucking failed. I don't know why I thought I passed. Okay, sweet.
Nope. All right. So you and Varkesh are both just like just being.
Oh, since I'm useless, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So the hag looks at both of you two still up and working together. She doesn't really like it.
Go figure.
All right. She's gonna try casting Hold Person on Rook. So Rook, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
All right, you are paralyzed
7.
at the moment, so
Motherfucker.
she doesn't seem to be fearful of you as you look to be frozen, and she moves around here. And as she gets there, you notice that as she's paralyzed, both of you make a perception check for me.
Okay.
The other two are coughing and wheezing. They can't really see much, besides snot and... All right, Rook.
28 technically because of the move.
Rook, you notice that she pulls something off of her finger and drops it on the ground. And as she drops it on the ground, you notice... by the way, Smokey, you can make your reaction if you wanted to.
I will.
And
If I
you see
got
her
nothing else to do.
Okay.
She'll go here and then she'll...
Getting those ones out of the way.
All right.
Good try, buddy.
That sadly so misses, but you see her drop something. Rook, you notice it. Smokey, she moved out. She didn't seem to be impeded by this aura of like this blocking.
Yep.
It is Varkesh's turn. Varkesh, Constitution saving throw.
Please. It's just Smokey now.
No, sadly not. All right. Rook, Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Nope.
Smokey.
I hate witches. I hate witches so much.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, Smokey has none of his first and second level spells are offensive that will work at all in the situation. There's just nothing he can do. 5, 10. Did he move? I think he moved last turn, so he doesn't even have his speed back. I mean, he can just like throw shit at her, throw fireballs or fire bluish flames. These 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna. How roughish does he remember how rough she looks?
She looked pretty, pretty worn, not like horrible, but she looked like she had like blood and piercings and venom going across her skin.
Yeah, she's not on her last leg though. All beach. All right. Yeah, he's gonna stay back and try and help his companions however he can.
Okay, Valindra, end of your
He's not
turn.
gonna take her on mine still.
Constitution saving throw, Valindra.
You got this, girl. Come on.
Hey.
You succeed. You
Wait.
get it out of your system. And that is it.
And I'll use the help action to like try and I don't know CPR Varkesh to make him cough it up or something.
Make a medicine check.
All right. Medicine.
Okay. You're trying, but it's not doing so well. I was going to give you the same DC as the sneezing and choking because you're trying to get rid of it for him. Basically, 15.
He's also wearing armor.
Yeah, it's not working so well. Varkesh, Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Say, come on, I can do this.
You're still completely feeling the horrible racking, choking and sneezing.
Yes. Killed by a stink bomb. What a way for best blue to go out.
Rook, wisdom saving throw.
All right, let's do it. 13.
You are still under the effects of it. Sorry, it's 15 is your DC, and you are just you're not moving. All right, Smokey.
Have we lost the hags?
Oh wait.
Wait, you said help action, right?
He tried to get it out of you.
Yeah.
The medicine check was to help you not have to take your check. So he can do it for you if he wants to again.
Try.
Wait, what?
Basically,
I
you're
can what?
substituting the check for yourself. You're trying to clear out his sinuses. That's the medicine check. So if you succeed on the DC, you're able to help him expel
Yeah, I'll
it.
try that again.
All right, so go ahead and make a medicine check. Okay, no, not so much. You're trying. You're just like, I don't know Dragonborn anatomy.
I just blow in his nose.
Oh, God.
My tongue is like.
Yeah, I think that's like a dog thing, but yeah, all right. Valindra, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to get within range of him. I don't think it's any point, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll dash 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. Ha! See ya, bitch!
Okay.
I can't do anything, but I see her.
All right. Okay. As you say that, ha, see. She looks behind and just sees you and just completely continues to run.
I didn't say it.
Okay, but you're also going ting 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 ting. You're making noise.
Yeah, that's true.
So she does see you coming around the bend, just trying to get at her, and she continues to run.
Oh.
All right, Varkesh, Constitution saving throw. He is still having a really, really hard time. It's like you succeed on your wisdom saves, but you can't succeed on the con.
Who would have thought that into your talents would be breathing?
I've forgotten how.
Rook, wisdom saving throw, Rook.
20.
Okay, you
is my diaphragm.
At the end of your turn, you are no longer bound by this spell.
Mm-hmm.
Smokey, what do you want to do?
Breathe for me, Smokey. My dear Smokey.
I've been trying, man.
Okay.
Just take the help action.
Can I do that for a saving throw? I think it's only a skill check or attack.
Yeah, sadly you wouldn't be able to do it with a save.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a medicine check, because there we go.
No. I mean, you're kind of just standing there going, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
That's been 3 turns easily for me, so I now am choking to death.
Well, 3 turns would have been 18 seconds. Oh, no, more than that, sorry. No, 18 seconds.
Yeah, you have 3 minutes. Probably 4, because I think your con is...
Your con is really high, isn't it? It's like,
Well, it's a 16 con. I've got 3 modifiers.
So yeah, it's 1 minute plus 3, which is the
4 minutes. Yeah. Not rounds, minutes.
Minutes.
You're fine.
I mean, if God really hated you, and I mean really hated you,
he's hating me.
You
already.
could potentially, but I mean, at the same time, don't forget you are death saved with a ward. So,
warded.
So
but it's really bad because I'm grabbing myself and I'm like, I'm going blue. I'm going blue.
Yeah. Valindra, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna 5, 10,
I would have. Oh god.
20, 25, 30, 35, dash 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's it. I dashed.
I mean, you're
Right.
catching up.
She sees that you're gaining on her. She absolutely sees that, and she doesn't like it, and she's gonna panic. So you see her just kind of, and she flings out another spell. Please make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Son of a. Okay.
Old person. It's a bitch.
You are fine. You do
Yes.
not succumb to the hold person spell as she looks at you and just kind of goes, "Yeah!" and just continues to
I'm
run.
gonna like pretend to freeze and be like, and just flick my face.
With a little bit of.
Wound.
All right.
Actually, that lets you catch up next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Varkesh,
Dinner.
Constitution saving throw for me.
Jeez.
Better fucking Christ. Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Okay. No, you are still. Oh my God.
Oh,
Is there a limit to the rounds?
No, there's no limit.
Usually it's like a minute or something.
No, it just says the effect only ends if you succeed or with a certain spell.
Or you
but that's
die.
it.
Who knew that I was allergic to choking?
And the one person who could have potentially cast the spell is just blick.
Okay.
Rook, it's your turn.
Wait, no. Can't they drag me out? Like, both of them together just, like, drag
It's in
me
your
out?
lungs.
No, I mean they
Yeah.
can drag you out of the room if you wanted to.
Wouldn't be doing much good though. But either way, I'm moving up here, and I'm gonna try to make a medicine check on you now.
Alright, so Rook trying to do the Heimlich maneuver or whatever.
17.
Okay, Rook is able to help, and with his aid, suddenly you get this kind of maybe you just take some. Oh, you know what you do? You pick up one of the urns nearby and go, "Good enough," and you splash some kind of liquid into Varkesh's face, causing him to kind of cough it out as
I would
more
have
of
used
this.
I would not have used my bag of nice wine. Never mind.
You grab a pot and you throw the pot, and Varkesh, you get this horrible, vile, decaying liquid in your mouth, and it not only just purges you, but you just retch and just and get it all out of your system, getting rid of everything. It's a horrible sensation, but you are clear to breathe.
What was
I'm sorry. Then I'll take another 5 feet here, and then a bonus action dash to get as far as I can, which puts me there. Then turn.
Yeah. You can make a nature check if you want to guess what's in the pot.
You don't want to guess.
I think you'd be better off not knowing.
I'm gonna find out, and if it is, I'm going to spit roast the bird.
You get the sense.
Hey, I
that
did the
it's
truffle
probably-
shuffle for you, you bastard.
You get a sense that it's probably a slight fermentation of kind of like a vinegar and flesh. It's almost kind of like when you want to keep organs. It's like embalming fluid to keep them from decaying.
If anything, he just made your organs stronger.
No, he just stopped them from decaying.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a nasty, gross sensation, but
I'm
yeah.
gonna kill it and eat the bird.
I'm helpful. I'm
Smokey.
helpful.
Yeah. And I'm gonna look at both Rook and Varkesh and say, "Stay together!" And then I'm gonna frickin' book it with my feline speed because I haven't moved in like 4 rounds. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, dash, 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
25.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But then he can't move after that.
Yeah.
Well, I can.
Well, I
it's
mean,
just
to get
another
it back, he has to stand still for a while.
Yeah, but at least Valindra's not by herself.
Yes.
Freaking hell, but that's all I got. Yeah, he probably drops onto all fours and just is like, skittering off walls, but his legs keep on moving.
His hackles are up.
Oh,
Hackles are up.
Okay.
Smokey's so cute.
All right, Valindra, it's your turn.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and I'm going to toll the dead.
Okay.
Jesus. It's
All
ridiculous.
right, so she will make a wisdom saving throw.
Please fail, please fail, please fail.
All right.
Oh, please fail.
She rolls a 21.
21.
Oh, she was advantage.
That magical resistance helps her out, so she does not succumb to the sounds of your terrifying toll of the dead. And instead, you see her run and turn, and you see you come from behind. She just completely panics, and you turn and you watch her as she kind of goes towards each of the threads and just ding, 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 begins to knock them as you see her just say, "Nuratai! Nuratai! Nuratai!" as suddenly the walls once more arms push out as you can see more constructs coming out of the actual walls.
I am going to take that opportunity attack
Go
with
right
the
ahead.
with the Eldritch Blasts.
Ooh, they both hit.
8 and 9.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
17 plus
17
4.
damage. As you see her calling out, you just bop her once, twice, and then she just completely tumbles, but she continues to ding, ding, hit the strings, and you see more of these scarecrows come out. She moves.
Dragon.
She moves to there. All right. They just do theirs at the top of the round. What do we get for them? They roll 19. All right. Okay.
Of course, they'd roll really well.
They get to start. So at the top of the round, they move and immediately look to Valindra, and they start to skitter towards her. I need you to make 1, 2, 3 wisdom saving throws.
Oh
All right. The second one is a fail. As the others crowd around, trying to get closer, but they.
I just want to kill something!
So,
You're gonna get killed.
2 of them will make their attack.
They all have advantage, and they all
They'll
have
have
a crit.
advantage and crit. Here we go. So,
Hit,
only the first one hits on that one.
hit,
So
hit,
3 hits, 4.
hit.
Only
no miss.
4 hits. All right. 4 strikes. 10.
None of them would.
Oh, no crits because you have adamantine armor.
Yep.
All right, nice.
Good job. Okay, you only take 24 damage. God bless that adamantine armor, and for Varkesh remembering. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, boy.
I was just like, nah, she ain't
Rook.
gonna die. I'm not even there to heal her, so she ain't gonna die.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so regular movement, action dash, and bonus action dash.
Okay, as you
Let her-
tellingly waddle your way forward. Varkesh, I'm assuming you're going to run after her too?
Oh, I thought I'd stay here and
Alright.
have a fucking circle.
You continue to run and go after her. Smokey, your turn.
I see this familiar scarecrows.
You see them starting to surround Valindra as she stands there petrified.
Son of a bitch. It's gonna help. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And what he's gonna do is, using his fire ganassi, he's going to use burning hands.
Ah,
It's gonna center on Valindra and then just spread out from there.
okay. Go ahead, roll for your burning hands.
That's the only angle I got. It's 12 with a DC 15 dex save.
All right. One fail.
Wow.
2 fail. All right. I think is that all of them? 1, 2, 3,
3
4,
fail.
5, 6. Yeah. So the last one doesn't count, but the 1,
Only 2 fail.
2 fail. All right. All right. And they take 12, but it's doubled to 24. And the ones that. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
And then
2 of them immediately disintegrate into nothing.
And then at that point, Smokey is going to intentionally look down at his feet.
Okay, averting your gaze. All right. Valindra, you petrified there. You just stand there in fear as you watch the hag leave and go up and out of the actual tree, going up the stairs. The remaining,
Yes, so Mark will also yell, "We got more scarecrows!"
as they turn to look at you, they move around. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I'm averting my gaze.
Oh, that's right. You're averting your gaze. So no, you just don't look at them. So your attacks will be at a disadvantage, but they just go ahead and they try to strike at you. So last 2 attempts. 23 and 15.
15 will miss.
All right. And then the other 2. 15
Miss.
and 21.
So 2 hits.
All right. So 2
Not
attack
crits.
hits. And they are 6 and 10. 16 total.
I can take it.
Valindra, you take from them the other attacks. They will make a 12 and a 21. And then a 22 and a 20. Alright.
That's just for my alter self. I'm still
Right.
cat form.
Alright, so Valindra takes 3 of the attacks. 4, 8, and 7. 19 total as you are assailed by the scarecrows. But yeah. It is Varkesh's turn and Rook's turn as they dash and move as they go ahead and continue running out of the actual hallway.
Quick question. Before Rook moves, I can carry literally, or he can move before anything.
Sorry, I was working on my movement ahead of time, but
If
I move him back into place.
I can carry a lot, and with the Goliath trait, can I just pick him up and just do full movement with him?
You could.
It's a possibility because I think
You're faster.
I would get you there faster.
We would be faster right now, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna pick him up and haul ass?
Yep, I'm just gonna full on
Alright.
5, 10, 15, 20.
With the
30.
strong fireman-like arms and embrace of Varkesh, you swaddle the fat lard of a bird in front of your arms as you...
And because if he held his action and then moved it to my go, and I picked him up and ran him, he would then still have an action, and
He could use his held action to dash if he wanted to.
Or shoot.
or attack.
Or attack.
Check real quick here. Yeah, they're after my first range increment for a hand crossbow, though.
Alright, with the teamwork, you just basically like, okay, I'm ready, as you just get bobbed along.
Actually, I do still have my base movement, so hand crossbow's base range increment is 20, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's 30. Come here.
You can still fire even past its distance. You would just make disadvantage at the with the attack.
Yeah, which means no sneak attack.
Well, if he didn't move,
No, it's 31-20.
Yeah.
You're right.
All
Either way, I do still have my movement, so I will use that move. Well, no,
don't have your
Marcus
movement
is still
set.
carrying me. Marcus is still carrying me. I am a fucking turret. I'll fire at him from there.
All right, go ahead and fire.
Great.
That hits.
26 to hit.
Yep. And
Yes.
For I assume they're immune to
They are immune to the poison,
so
but
26 sneak
that
attack
is
damage.
enough to hit it, and as you do, you see it scatter apart. The thing, no more. Smokey.
So I'm not going to move, and then I'm going to do a produce flame at the guy right in front of me. And I
Disadvantage.
will... Yeah, and I'm still looking down because I'll have disadvantage anyway, so ha!
Yep.
Produce flame, disadvantage. That's a 22.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
The 7.
Nice, which is doubled, and as you do, you see you stick the fire in it as it ignites and burns fast and furious as it becomes ash. Valindra, you are not paralyzed.
Nice. Well, then I will pull the dead on one of them.
Okay.
1 out of 10.
All right. Wisdom save from them.
God, that's such shitty damage.
They fail,
Oh wow.
and you
okay.
do 7 necrotic damage to it. Looks hurt.
Nice.
I'm still going to be carrying from previously, so
Oh, that's fine.
little birdie legs over my shoulder, little chubby turret, his fat belly resting on top of my head. Probably hurt him, but
Does he grab on your horns and use you like a steering wheel?
No, I'm not gonna do that to him. I won't degrade the best blue.
I mean, he's already like draping his really fat belly over my head anyway, so it's just like,
Can you see?
probably
Can you
like
see?
Kind of like a kind of hefty down pillow. Feathers and everything.
oh good lord. But with him still on my back, I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to definitely heal Valindra.
Okay. Cure wounds.
Yes, indeed. And is Winnie still nearby?
Probably.
Valindra.
100 feet.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me just double check.
I mean, Winnie is still alive.
Pass him along with me.
No. All right. I need Winnie to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, the coughing.
It was there when the coughing happened.
I thought he didn't breathe.
It's undead.
I know, but it doesn't say that with the dust of sneezing and choking. It doesn't matter if they're undead or not. It just says a creature.
Hey!
Okay, Winnie, good. Winnie, fine. Yeah, so Winnie next to you.
Winnie's lungs are stronger than Varkesh's. This is that sad day.
Yeah.
What'd you get for not taking Draconic Ancestry for the breath attack?
So
For my fucking asthma, apparently.
yeah, Valindra, you get full healing from this.
Yes, and it's only a level 1, I'm afraid.
All right.
Well,
Cure wounds level 1.
Alright, so you heal for 12.
And then I will use a bonus action to Healing Word level 1.
Alright, who are you healing wording?
Valindra.
Oh, another 8. Alright. Nice.
20 points. Right.
Rook, you fire?
Yep.
Alright.
That one right there.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, that one there.
Okay.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh. For 26 points of piercing damage.
And as you do, you see it shatter again against the wall.
And I'll use my mundane hand crossbow for an offhand shot at the one directly in front of me.
Okay.
Might as well.
Oh, well.
20,
Yes.
so that'll be 6 of damage. For 2
Oh
damage.
my god. Oh my god.
Next time, use my horns as a crosshair. It works really well.
I guess. Smokey. What do you do? God, what a waste of a crit.
so, AJ, I want to dash through my friends.
Yeah.
How do you want my movement to work? Would it
just
be
reduces
20
by 5
movement?
for each one. Yeah, it's double movement for each space.
So I can't cut the corner. So it'll be 10, 20, 25. Go ahead and make your opportunity attack now for the little scarecrow.
Oh, alright. It goes and tries to grab and get you with a 15.
Nope.
Alright, you are free.
I am feline dashing it. So that's 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I leave the tree. What do I see?
Are you using your action to dash?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you'll make a perception
Unless
check.
unless I could see her when through the doorway.
You wouldn't
There's
see
a
her through the
stairwell.
doorway.
Yeah. So I'll dash up another 60 feet.
Okay. Alright, so you're outside at the moment, but at the moment you can't make a perception check yet.
I mean, technically, she couldn't take an action to hide anyway. So she should be visible, mechanically speaking.
It depends on which way she went. But yeah.
Still no hide action.
But no, Valindra, it's your turn. Gonna get her, Valindra? Gonna get... Oh!
I'm ringing those bells.
Alright. The bell ringer. 20.
That's
So, sadly, they succeed. The scarecrows be the number one enemy in this entire thing.
But he has no reaction.
That's true. I use its reaction.
Oh god, that's so funny.
You can
Okay.
you can detect the hate in her voice. It's unbelievable.
I will move 35 feet in that direction.
Okay. Alright. Rook and Varkesh, do you guys want to just finish off this one last scarecrow?
Yep.
I got it.
Alright.
Give him the jiggle of courage.
The super jiggle. 30 points of piercing damage.
That is enough to completely disintegrate it. It is.
And I'm like, hold on, buddy! And I'm like, gonna full on T-Rex chasing the car moment.
All right, as you all make your way, moving as fast as you can to try and catch up with Smokey. Smokey, you're out in the wilderness looking around. Make a perception check for me.
Please, roll 20. You've effed us so bad this game.
Please roll 20, please.
Where's that?
19.
Ooh,
All right. You look around and you're looking carefully. She doesn't seem to be anywhere around you, but then you look up and she's climbing the tree.
Is it a big tree?
It is. It's a big tree, but she's just
Uh-huh.
climbing up
So
with
would
her
my-
claws.
Would my perception check be my action?
It would be the action to find her.
Okay, that's all. She's climbing's half speed, so I'm gonna throw a flame thingy at her.
You used
Flame
your
thingy.
action.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I will yell, she's up in the tree!
All right. As everyone seems to come around, she eventually climbs up during her turn near the top. And as she reaches the top, you see her just kind of move about and start jumping across the branches in the opposite direction.
Oh no, she don't. I guiding bolt her right in the place where it hurts. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead and make a guiding bolt attack. She
Ugh.
has some cover with the branches.
I'm gonna toll the dead.
Okay.
Okay, I've got one third level spell slot left.
And I'll take my shot.
I wanted to save it for potentially resurrecting someone, but this bitch needs to die. So
Yeah, she's gotta go.
Oh, we need Rook's cloak back.
guiding bolt. Here we go.
Come on, Varkesh.
Sadly, that misses. I'm sorry. And she makes a wisdom save for Toll the Dead. 20.
I'm still taking my shot.
All right.
For it, but
No, that misses.
nope.
Well, I hope no one
Why the fuck do we roll like garbage when it matters?
And
I'm following her
But-
underneath the tree.
we do all still have our movement too.
oh,
Yeah,
you all
I'm
used your movement to
following
get
her.
up to the actual top where, you're actually at the end of the stairway, and Smokey pointed up in the direction to show you where she went. And she was just at that point about to dart and jump, and that's when you fired at the edge of the tree. She's now using her movement to
All right.
moving around.
I think this is now teasingly going on.
As you do see, she does pretty much at this point get away. She is now able to nimbly move across the branches. And the branches, by the way, you notice that is the easiest way to move out of the forest, because around you there is still the thick bramble, the roots, the vines, the thorns and the shrubs that block your path that Varkesh had to cleave you through. There is no way to follow her on foot on the ground. She is effectively escaped.
Alright, everyone. I think we should go back and get the first one, the one that we actually got. We need to get their body. I think because we still have lost complete visual on the leader. So make sure that they don't get the first dead one back.
I hate witches so much. I'm just gonna just walk with Rook down the steps, hopefully accidentally ignoring him hitting his head off the roof.
All
As we
right.
go down the steps.
As you all make your way back in to see what you can do with what remains inside this lair. That is where we're going to end it for tonight, as you all killed a single hag. One escaped, and the other also fled. You don't know what awaits for you inside, and at the moment you all still feel afflicted with these cursed body states. You are all still, at the moment, completely altered. Well, Smokey, not at the moment, but until you lose your spell, you will probably revert.
Yeah.
Did we level?
At the end
Good
of
night.
this, you all did level. You are now
Oh,
all
shit.
level 10.
All right.
Oh!
So-
Okay, I didn't expect an actual yes. But
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yes, you all
I'm
are...
gonna start asking every session now.
No, you are all level 10. Congratulations
Oh my
on
god!
doing
Oh.
that so well. If you want to, you can roll your hit dice or take the average, depending on what you like, and get yourself set up and ready, because next week, when we see what you have within the lair of the Witch's Coven, you will also have your new abilities to now call upon. So, we all look forward to that. Thank you, everybody, for those who could join us. I know we ran a little late, and some of you had to go to bed. We appreciate you for sticking around as long as you have. But from me and my players, again, we thank you so much and hope to see you all again soon. Remember, we stream on Sundays and Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, of course, have a pleasant week, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
Have a good one.